Yo, this is the What Rapid Combat Sports Network, right? And you see the title, right? I got the guy, I got the man up in there, right? I got the guys who are moving the needle up in this mother, right? Guys who are moving the needle in the sport of boxing, right? And I'm not right here being no hype man. I'm not right here hyping up other guys. I'm out here hyping guys that are doing work, right? Let's celebrate guys who are doing work. Salute to the Don who's in the building. I'm here to represent guys who are doing work. I'm not fake. I'm not out here causing hype for guys who aren't doing work, but they're getting all the props all over the YouTube boxing community. Guys like Shakur Stevenson, guys like these other guys who haven't put in the work. Salute to the Don. Guys like all these guys who haven't really put in the work, but are getting all the hype. You know what I'm saying? Getting all the hype and all this other stuff. Nah, I'm talking about Jaime Mungia. The man was a champion when he was young. 21 from Tijuana. He went and became the WBO champion. That's the type of guy I'm talking about. Guy who's going to dominate the sport in the future. I'm here talking about Emanuel Navarrete. 9 title defenses. 9 title defenses. Emanuel Navarrete. All right. I'm here talking about Canelo. Canelo, the pound for pound king, going to be undisputed champion. Exactly. Shakur got an early Christmas present, and we see everybody trying to give him more gifts. No, in my world, earn more before you get the hype. Earn more before you get the hype. Like, why aren't we talking about the man Jaime Mungia, who won the championship early and is still as the best future prospect at that weight division, 160, and future 168 division champ, right? He's already a champ at 154. All right. This man is a wrecking machine and will wreck Rosado in the future, right? In this fight that's coming up. Salute to Sergio in the building, the 510. Like I said, I'm not out here hyping guys who haven't earned it. Canelo's earned it. Emanuel Navarrete, 9 tower defenses, has earned it. Jaime Mungia, knocking guys out, winning the WBO championship at a young age, he's earned it. Where's all the hype on YouTube about these guys? Where's all the boxing hype about these guys? What's all this other shit? They're hyping up all these guys who haven't done jack shit. You know what I'm saying? At 130, at the 130-pound division, one man has done the most, and his name is Oscar Valdez. He should be on the pound-for-pound list. At 126, one man has done the most, actively kicking ass daily. His name is Emanuel Navarrete. ESPN put him up there in the pound-for-pound list. Why are we talking about all these other weirdos? What's going on here? Where are they tripping? Exactly. Man took a dive and we got people out here capping for I see a lot of pound for pound lists, especially ESPN, right? We shouldn't expect nothing from ESPN less, right? They're out here trying to hype Shakur like he's the next whatever, when we know that's not true. How about you beat some guys that Oscar Valdez beat? How about you beat some guys in this fashion that Emanuel Navarrete beat the guys, right? I saw Manuel Navarrete beat Joe Diaz better than Shakur. I saw Manuel Navarrete beat Diaz. I saw him beat Joe Gonzalez in a better form. I saw him beat Petufo Diaz in a better form. So why are we not here representing and talking about guys who should be on the pound for pound list? By the way, you guys see the thumbnail? That's the homie. That's the homie Miguel Myers. That's the Mexican Michael Myers, guys. One left hook, as the Don saying, one left hook from Valdez and Shakur goes night-night, guys. Period. One left hook from Shakur and one left hook from Valdez, and it's night-night, guys. It's to the building. It's down. It's out. The hospital's waiting. The hospital bed's waiting. Man, people are hating, man. Salute to many mil Mexican bots, man. I'm just saying, where's the man Navarrete? Where's the man Mungia? These men are doing the work. They're not getting the hype. They're not out here on. I don't see constantly getting bombed on YouTube channels by the man Jaime Mungia, who was a young champion and is still undefeated. Emanuel Navarrete, 9 title defenses. What kind of world we living in? ESPN, where's the respect for Emanuel Navarrete, man? It's just on some scumbaggery shit. Tyson Fury, give him respect. Give him respect. He's the #1 heavyweight champion in the world right now. Let's keep it real. All right. I'm not even a Tyson Fury fan, but he's number one, right? So let's give him respect. Canelo, he needs the respect too. He's doing something that no one else is doing. Undisputed, right? Undisputed at 168, something that's never happened. Uh, Also, we got to give respect to the man Oscar De La Hoya. We don't give enough respect to Oscar De La Hoya. Why? Because he's like everybody's uncle that they get embarrassed about, right? But let me show you guys something. Let me show you guys something. Somebody tell me something doesn't look suspicious about the man on the right. Somebody tell me something does not look suspicious about the man on the right in this interview. Look at Oscar De La Hoya's jawline. Looks natural. He looks natural, right? Look at his neck. Looks natural, right? Now look on the man on the right there, the man Floyd Mayweather, with the traps that look like he came out of the WWE and a jawline that looks like he just came from the Stone Age. What are we gonna say about that, guys? You guys tell me about this matchup. That now we look back. Now we look back and we gotta ask questions. We gotta ask questions here. We gotta ask questions. You see the Don sees it. The Don sees it. The Don sees it. We got Oscar right there looking like a skinny boy, looking like he's on none of the stuff. And then we got a man who's smaller, looking like he came out of straight out of Mr. Olympia, 1998 Dorian Yates or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like the man is eating 5 pounds of bison a day and other supplements, right? So you guys tell me what you guys think about that picture right there, guys. This is what I was alluding to the other day. Now we look back at this fight, right? I mean, I scored it for Oscar De La Hoya. I thought he was throwing more punches. But we look back at this fight and we say, man, shit is pretty damn weird, right? It's pretty damn weird. The jawline is looking. I mean, does that look like Floyd Mayweather, guys? Does that look like? Have you guys seen Floyd Mayweather over the last 10, 15 years before this fight, after this fight? Does that look like him? I mean, maybe we need revisionist history, guys. Maybe we need revisionist history because this shit is wild, guys. This shit is wild. Now, look at Oscar. Oscar now is currently probably on TRT. As you can see, Oscar's chin is bigger nowadays. But back then, look at them. The man looks like a schoolboy. He looks like he needs some more testosterone, right? Like I said, on the right, we got Mayweather right here bulging out the. Exactly. Who is this guy? Who is this guy? What's the name of this guy? WWE wrestler, Booker T. I thought this was Booker T on the right. I didn't know this was Floyd Mayweather. I thought this was Booker T. You get my drift? I thought this was Lawrence Taylor, 89 or something. Shit's crazy, right? This could be Shaq right here. Take the head off of Mayweather and put Shaq's face on it, and you think, wow, this is Shaquille O'Neal right here, sitting right here, right by Oscar De La Hoya. So what are we talking about, man? We need to revise history, I think, a little bit, right? And like I said, this isn't Photoshop, guys. This is real shit right here. I just remember this epic interview, right, when they're facing off, and I just remember thinking, damn, this is crazy. D'Lo Brown, as the Don is saying, D'Lo Brown, man, D'Lo Brown. Facts, man, facts. History is crazy though, guys. We forget about a lot of shit, but the beautiful thing about modern history is a lot of shit's recorded, right? A lot of this shit's recorded. I mean, somebody tell me what's happening here. In the comment section, tell me what supplements is Floyd Mayweather taking. You could put whatever you want in there. And then tell me what Oscar De La Hoya was taking. You know what I'm saying? I could tell you what Oscar De La Hoya was taking. He was taking tequila shots. He was taking cocaine. He probably wasn't even eating. He was probably eating. He was probably like just not even eating anything. It's probably just his food was beer, probably, right? On the right, I could tell you what the man was taking right here. Mayweather, right? He was obviously taking the pharmacy. Is what it looks like. It's what it looks like, right? It's what it looks like. So it's just amazing to me, right? But let me go off on another subject real quick, right? I just got sidetracked. I'm gonna go in on that too, right? But where's the respect for this man? This is what I'm saying, right? What do we all of a sudden forget that Jaime Mungia is a champion? Was a champion, is undefeated, is an animal, goes forward, entertains? How come I don't hear his name mentioned ever no more, right? I don't understand this. I don't understand. Why is Jaime Mungia never mentioned? With all the top fighters in the world, right? He is a top fighter. At 160, he's my #1 fighter. If I had to pick between all the 160 pounders, I'd take him over Triple G and Charlos. But again, no one's gonna talk about this shit. It's crazy, guys. That's what I said. That's what I said. The Don is right on. He faked his retirement to avoid De La Hoya rematch and also avoid testing on the next match. It's insane, guys. It's insane. But like I said, the man Jaime Mungia gets no credit. It's fucking crazy, man. It's crazy. If this was any other guy, I think he'd be getting hyped, man. I hate to say it. The man is 25 years old. The man is undefeated. The man won the championship at 22. I mean, what else can we say, right? If this was an American fighter, would he be all over the internet, all over the internet getting hyped and praised? That's what I gotta ask, right? Same thing with the other man, right? This is what I'm gonna say something else, right? This is what I'm gonna say another guy, right? This man right here is getting hyped all over the place, but this man right here over here, this man right here is the one with 9 title defenses and knocking out everybody and beating the guys that Shakur beat in better fashion. He beat Pitufo Diaz. He knocked him out. Did it better than Shakur. He beat Joe Gonzalez in better form, in my opinion. So I don't understand what all this hype is about, guys. Where is Navarrete on the pound-for-pound list? Where is Navarrete on the pound-for-pound list, guys? This is bullshit, right? People are out here hyping this guy. People are out here hyping this guy right here who hasn't done shit. Hyping this guy. But where is Navarrete on the pound-for-pound list, and where is he on the ESPN rankings? Where is he at? 9 title defenses, guys. 9 title defenses. Tell me if this was an American with 9 title defenses, he wouldn't be on the ESPN pound-for-pound list. What is ESPN doing? And like I said, the two fights in common with Shakur Stevenson, Navarrete did it better, guys. Salute to LT Boxing in Desmadres. Salute to LT Boxing in Desmadres. But like I said, Navarrete is doing it better, and no one's saying shit. What the fuck's going on here is what I'm asking, right? And like I said, why are we not talking about this man right here? This is another thing that I'm going in on, right? This is another thing that I'm going in on, which is weird to me, right? What could we chalk it up to? You guys tell me what the real deal and what to chalk this shit up. This man right here, 25 years old, hailing from Tijuana, Mexico, 160 pounds. He beats everybody at 160 pounds right now, in my opinion. Everybody. Charlo, anybody. The guy that Charlo went to life and death with, Montiel, Mungia knocked him the hell out. Mungia knocked out the guy that Charlo, the 160-pound WBC champion, the man he went life and death with, Mungia knocked him out. And Mungia is only 25 years old. Where is he on all the rankings in the world? Why are they holding the man back? He was a champion of the WBO at a young age. Someone tell me what is going on here. What is going on here? Someone tell me what is going on here. Now, we could all insinuate things, but is it because they want to forget, or they purposely forgetting? Are they purposely forgetting what the man's doing? He's 25 years old. He is 25 years old, guys. And he did championships before any of these guys that we're talking about that they're trying to come up now with and say that this is the next guy, this is the next guy, this is the next guy. So it's just odd to me, man. Shit's just odd to me. And like I said, I'm gonna come with another one, guys, just to reiterate, people, new people in the chat. I'm gonna show you guys something, right? I'm gonna show you guys something right now. That's what I'm saying, Chicano Prophet. What's going on here? What's with all these lists? What's with all these big? And I'm talking about the YouTube peoples, the YouTube boxing channels that have 100,000 subscribers and all this other shit. The guys that are like all corporatized, the guys who you come out, make a show, and they're all laughing and all this shit, right? You know who they are. They're fucking a lot of them, right? You never hear them mention Jaime Mungia. You never hear them mention Emanuel Navarrete in a light of the top 10 champion, right? They're out here mentioning a Japanese guy that has a lesser resume than Emanuel Navarrete. What the hell's going on here? The hell's going on here, guys? Mungia should be mentioned every day of the week. Like, he should be mentioned every day of the week. Like I said, Navarrete, 9 title defenses. 9 title defenses, guys. And I don't see him on none of this other shit, none of these publications, none of this hype. He fought last week. They hyped him for a week, and guess what? They say we forgot about you. This is how it goes. This is how it operates, right? But I'm gonna tell you something else we all forgot about, right? You thought we forgot. You thought I forgot. You thought people forgot. Y'all must have forgot, right? Look at the man on the right here. Look at the man on the right here, looking like he came out the Stone Age, looking like he took the pharmacy. And look at De La Hoya on the left right there, looking like a teenage boy. Someone tell me something is not off about this picture. Am I looking at Mayweather, or am I looking at a WWF wrestler who's on a lot of gear? I'm talking about the guy on the right there, with the traps bulging, with the chin looking like he came out the Stone Age. The eyebrows coming out the front of the head. Eyebrows coming out the front of the head because of all the testosterone and anabolics. You know what I'm saying? But we don't give credit to Oscar, right? Oscar was doing all kinds of shit. We make fun of all the shit he was doing, right? But he wasn't on no, and this I can tell you just from looking at this, he wasn't on any of the PEDs or anything, guys. He wasn't on anything. Now you tell me the guy on the right, who's supposed to be a smaller guy, is looking like that, guys. I mean, shit, is he bigger than Tyson there? Exactly. Oscar was in Puerto Rico chilling, doing things, right? Doing the dirty things in life, right? The dirty things in life. That's one thing we'll say about Oscar, right? He was going in there at a disadvantage because of himself, but he was a bad dude. He was a bad dude in the ring because he would beat people's ass and not take nutrition seriously. You know what I'm saying? But something is wrong with this picture, right? Like revisionist history. Revisionist history means when we go back and revise history, right? Tell me does this look natural? This does not look natural. And by the way, this is not Photoshop, guys. This is real shit. This is from the Brian Kenny interview on ESPN pre-fight, before they had the epic fight of Oscar De La Hoya, right? Which I had Oscar winning. Many people didn't. I did have Oscar winning, guys. I just know that his volume punching was enough to win the fight. As Sergio 510 is asking, where's the homie Yepes? He's asking LT, where's the homie Yepes? But it's what it is. And salute to Chicano Prophet. Saludos para toda la raza. Perrona, props to chat supporting Red Rapper. Y'all hit the like button for YouTube. Facts, many Mexican bots. It's facts. Point is I'm bringing up guys that no one talks about. Like literally, and this is too easy, guys. It's just too easy. Like it's so freaking easy. What do I mean by it's so easy? I mean by it's so easy. Look at the record. Look what these guys are doing, and no one's talking about it. Look what, like I said, Emanuel Navarrete is easy to talk about. He has nine title defenses. This isn't hard. Jaime Mungia, young chap like at 22, right? WBO, knocking guys out all over the place. It's easy. It's easy. It's easy to bring him up. It's not hard. Like literally, the guy did all the work. All you need to do is mention him, right? So it's not like I'm out here caping for someone who's over here road dogging somewhere who hasn't done anything with his career, right? This is real facts. This is real shit that happened. This is real fights that they're winning. Now, like I said, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just a bias. I don't know if it's a purposeful bias. I don't know if people just don't see the fights, or if they just have a blind eye or something. But it's just weird. It's weird to me. It's weird to me, man. Yeah, why not? Exactly. He should be. Why is Inui up there? Why is Inui? Salute to Puro Sur Central Boxeo. Why is Inui up there, but the man who has 9 title defenses isn't up there? Why are we giving props to all these other guys? Why are we giving props to guys that haven't accomplished as much as this guy right here, Jaime Mungia? By his age is 25, right? It's easy to say Jaime Mungia. It's easy because I saw him knocking the motherfucker out at 22 for the championship bout, the WBO, right? So why are we not mentioning these guys? Why are they forgotten? Why are they forgotten by publications? Why are they forgotten by these mega YouTube channels? That's a good question. Exactly. That's what I'm asking. It's semi-rhetorical because you guys already know what it is. Everybody knows what it is. What's all this hype machine? I see all this hype machine behind other guys. But I don't see no hype machine behind guys who are putting in the work and doing it and deserving the show. And it's easy, like I said, it's easy. Emanuel Navarrete has 9 title defenses, fights often, has dispatched of guys that fought Shakur Stevenson in better fashion. It's not hard. Jaime Mungia dispatching of guys. Matter of fact, dispatched a guy who went life and death with Charlo, which is Montiel. The 160-pound Charlo. Mall Charlo. And so what? Was that an anomaly? It's not an anomaly when you're a champion. Jaime Mungia is a champion. It is stupid. That's the whole point I'm saying it's dumb and it's only publicity. Exactly. And it's publicity. That's all it is. It's publicity. And you know what it is? It's to publicize fighters. That's why I'm bringing it up. Because you know who's not on that list? Guys who aren't getting publicity. That's why they put them. That's why they make those lists. They say, let's publicize the sellout. Let's make lists of guys that we want to publicize. Because they're not really earning it in the ring anyway. Why is Tank Davis on the list, guys? I've seen various lists where he's on it. He hasn't earned shit. Has he earned more than Navarrete? No. Has he earned more than Mungia? Put Mungia on the list if we're gonna put Tank Davis on lists. It's crazy, guys. And another thing, I like the man Alexander Usyk. He's a great fighter, but guess what? Tyson Fury is the #1 heavyweight. Period. Like literally anybody with the brain would say, if you're gonna bet on a heavyweight fight between Alexander Usyk and Tyson Fury, Vegas is going to town with Tyson Fury, guys. And anybody would say that Deontay Wilder would probably put Alexander Usyk in the hospital. So let's keep this real, right? Let's keep this real, guys. Let's keep it real. Like I said, hype up the man Mungia. Exactly what Puro is saying. He says, haven't seen Tank in any of that, but I take serious. Yeah, exactly. I don't take any of these lists serious, but the reason I'm mentioning all these guys is I don't see none of these guys on any type of top rank or ESPN lists, which is crazy, right? ESPN, think about this. ESPN is promoting Navarrete, and Navarrete himself is not on the list, which is freaking crazy, guys. It's crazy, guys. Mungia, I don't see him anywhere. All I see is guys making excuses for guys that Mungia beat up, right? Like when Montiel went life and death, he went life and death with Charlo. All I heard, you never heard a peep. You just heard like a small peep that, oh, that's the guy that Mungia knocked out, huh? They'd say, that's the guy that Mungia knocked out. Oh, but that was at 154. That's what they would say, right? No, actually, Mungia is a monster. He knocked him out at 154. He'd probably knock him out at 160. And it tells you how great Mungia is at 160. That's what it tells you. And it tells you that man's going to run 160. Exactly what Chicano Prophet is saying. They say they want to suppress enthusiasm to his fighters while they have a block party in their fight. Exactly. All I see is a block party on YouTube, guys. Seriously, keeping it real. I see a block party for fighters that haven't earned shit. That's all I see, guys. I see every like big like 100,000. I'm talking about the big blockbuster channels. All these guys who claim to be boxing guys or whatever. The big blockbuster channels. All I see them is hyping guys who haven't done shit, which is crazy. So someone tell me what the motive is behind that shit. Are they getting paid under the table? Probably. Are some of the smaller YouTube channels getting paid under the table? Probably. Right. They're probably getting a little check at the month. I mean, shit, that's what I would do. I'd say, hey, if I own a promotional company, I'm going to send fucking 1,000 to each one of these motherfuckers every other month. Send them 1,000 and let them fucking talk about me every fucking day of the week. Right? That's how we'll get promotion, right? So it is what it is. I feel you, Rapid. That's what we here for. Exactly. Respect to Mungia. Respect to Mungia. His career has stalled, but he should be fighting more often and only champs. Yeah, that's great. That's great. I really believe that too, Puro. But the thing is this: there's guys who haven't fought in a year and who are considered pound for pound guys. I mean, I just saw Mungia knock this Polish guy out, right? I mean, that should be enough. If guys aren't fighting often, no one's fighting often at this point. And matter of fact, I'll say the opposite. Emanuel Navarrete is the most active fighter, and he's nowhere in any of these lists. So what is it? So what do they really want? That's what got me tripping. So Navarrete is the most active fighter, 9 title defenses, and all this other stuff, and I don't see him on any of these lists. Instead, I see a Nui. I see other guys on there. I mean, what does it take, guys? What does it take? What does it really take, right? What does it really take to become a pound for pound or one of these guys on these ESPN or these mega channel YouTube guys, right? Does it take Emanuel Navarrete writing a $10,000 in pesos check to these guys or what? He should be fighting Triple G. Boob. Now let's do what they do, Poodle. But let's do what they do. They might be ducking. They might be ducking Mungia. That's what I hear with all these other guys. How come it's always? How come it's always when someone like Navarrete or someone like Oscar Valdez? Oscar Valdez is literally WBC champ, but they're saying he's ducking people. But it's only Oscar Valdez ducking people. And matter of fact, I'll give you this. Canelo is an undisputed fighter, and they're saying he's ducking people. Canelo's an undisputed fighter. He's going to become an undisputed fighter, and they're saying he's ducking people. So, Emanuel Navarrete is ducking everybody. Jaime Mungia, he's fighting Rosado because he's ducking all these guys. That's what they're saying, right? Or it's Golden Boy's fault, right? So, it's just weird. It's just weird to me. Mungia wasn't ducking when he was a champion at 22, right? That's the whole point. That's crazy, right? I mean, no one else, none of these fighters are active, and the guys that are active aren't getting rewarded, which is crazy. It's crazy. For reals, guys, it's crazy. The guys who are fighting aren't getting rewarded. Now, I'm going to say this, right? I'm going to say this with Mungia. He's going to knock out Rosado, guys. I'm saying it right now. He's going to knock him out. People right here are sleeping. People are hella sleeping on Mungia because they've been eating all the rhetoric from all these channels and all this other shit that's been going on. They literally have you thinking that Mungia is some type of fucking journeyman. So they're like, hey, yeah, he's going to fight Mungia and it's going to be a war. No, it's not going to be a war. Mungia's going to finish Rosado, guys. I'm telling you that right now. Yeah, man, Pudo's about to jump in. But like I'm saying, guys, it's not going to be a war, and I'm probably the only channel that's going to say this. Mungia is going to knock out Rosado. I love Rosado as a fighter. I love the Hardy guys, but I'm telling you, there's different levels, and Mungia is going to do the guy dirty. All right? He's going to do the guy dirty. And again, no one's bringing it up because people have been so badgered or so, like, propagandized against Mungia that they don't even, they forgot. They forgot because of all the propaganda they hear. They forget because of all the propaganda they hear, man. Let me get on it. Let me send the link, guys. There's a link. But literally, there's been propaganda against Mungia for a while, guys. Obviously, because of people hate Golden Boy, which I guess there's something to hate Golden Boy. A lot of guys hate Golden Boy, right? So they're gonna just hate on everything. But it's also like they're just propagandizing against Mungia. I mean, he beat the shit out of Montiel, and they act like nothing happened. They act like the man is not only 25 is 25 years old. They act like he's 30 or something like that. In the building is Puro Central, guys. In the building is Puro Central.
What up, Holmes?
What's going on, bro?
Same old shit, brother. It was on G Funky's channel, man. They had I guess there's one dude that they grew up with or whatever.
Yeah, like you grew up with the
old school rapper. No, G Funky and D Style, or G Funky, Blood, Boxing, and D Style. Yeah,
oh, yeah.
He's like a rapper. Yeah, I think his name is I don't know. You guys probably know him. I'm fucking, but I haven't been in the rap game in such a long time. His name is something Kane. No. What's that city in California? Sutter Kane, Sutter Biz, something like that. He's what happened?
I think I'm out of the loop on that one, bro.
I think he does ghetto rock or ghetto rap or something like that. Ghetto rock rap or something like that. But it was pretty cool. It's coming out with an album soon. But yeah, it was pretty cool. And then we're talking about the fights and shit like that.
Yeah, man. What do you think about what I was saying about like Mungia? I don't know if you caught what I even showed about. I'll catch you up on that later about the Floyd and De La Hoya thing. But we'll talk about Mungia and Navarrete, and I constantly see. I'm talking about the 100,000 subscribers, or these big channels, these ESPNs, all these type of channels, or even guys who think they're funny, think they got a name, and they're out here caping for guys who haven't done the work, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I could guess what the Floyd De La Hoya stuff was about just by what the conversation I walked into a conversation with. But what was for Mungia? Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to criticize Mungia. He's. I'm never gonna criticize the boxers, man. They're
Mm-hmm.
the ones that really you fuck the boxers. The sport's dead. That's really when the sport dies.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just saying it's right now I like the fight actually because Chavez took a lot of Rosado's fights, so this is
Mm-hmm.
kind of like a big payday for him. I read that somewhere and it made sense to me. So that's good that Rosato's going to get this big payday, and then the only bad thing is it's at the detriment of Mungia because Mungia, yeah, like Rosado's not going to win any titles, bro. I mean, he's not even. I don't give him a strong chance to beat Mungia. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Mungia should be fighting. They're like literally just straight champions.
Mm-hmm.
No,
You know
but
what?
no, not even top 10, bro. Not even top 10,
You know
unless it's
what?
like money involved.
You know too much boxing though, bro. You know too much boxing because most of the people that I've seen, they're
Hmm.
actually think that Mungia. The point is Mungia's been so decimated by the propaganda and the hate and I won't even say hate, it's just propaganda, like just saying almost like acting like the guy's like fucking like weak or doesn't he takes punch. I hear the whole thing he takes punch. I'm like it's fucking 160, right? So the whole point is this: he's been decimated by so much propaganda that they got people thinking that this is gonna be a fucking war because Mungia is like at low level. Is what I'm
And check this out, Ripit. I don't know if you knew this. Mungia is an interesting case. I don't think I've ever heard this about a fighter. I don't know if it was like maybe 1 or 2 years ago. So, do you know Mungia's record right now? What's his record?
hearing. Yeah, he's like 35 wins, right?
I think he's even more than that. I think he might be in the fuck. He's close to the goddamn 50s. Let me double check that because,
Yeah.
well, my point being is that okay, say he has like 45 wins, right? So like a couple, so he's 45-0, bro, right? And he's a former champion.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so literally, they proposed a fight with him and Triple G before Canelo. Actually, after Canelo already beat him, and I think Canelo already was planning to move up, or no, Canelo was gonna fight Kovalev, and he was gonna fight Triple G instead of Derevyanchenko for that vacant belt.
Yep. I remember.
You
I
get
know
what
where
I'm
you're
saying?
going.
Yeah,
Yep.
and what they said was is that he wasn't ready, and the commission actually canceled that fight because they deemed that he was too green, he was too ready, he wasn't ready for Triple G. And I was always I remember thinking at that time, scratching my head, I'm like, what are you talking about? He's not ready. He's a former champion that's undefeated and has over like 30 fucking wins. Like he
Mm-hmm.
ain't gonna get any more ready. So I thought that I've never seen that in boxing, not in my whole life, bro. I
I
thought that
remember.
was weird, and that's
I
why, and
remember
that's
that.
why I agree with you that he's been buried with all the fucking propaganda. Because like literally, this motherfucker should either have been knocked out already, or he should be one of the best fighters in the world.
Easy. And I'll tell you
He's been
something else,
fighting
right?
goddamn long.
The one criticism I hear of Mungia, which is hilarious to me, is this: he takes a lot of hits to the face. They say, right? Well, I mean, this is 160. This isn't fucking 135. This isn't one fucking 40, 147. This is 160. Motherfuckers were taking hits. Look at fucking Montiel and Charlo when they're fucking going life and death. Look at fucking
Yeah,
Danny Jacobs when he's taking all these hits. These motherfuckers are acting like in this division you're gonna take hits and you're gonna have to parry the punches and you're gonna have to take a little slick off of it. You're gonna have to take a little whip on it. You know what I'm saying? This isn't
no,
the
bro, it's
division of fucking
boxing,
Floyd
bro. Like,
Mayweather running all over the place.
it's boxing though, bro. Like literally, you're gonna get hit. Floyd got hit.
Exactly.
Like that's a bunch of bullshit in my eyes.
Yeah. Has Mungia ever been done dirty? Has he ever been knocked out?
No, he don't get a good
That's
chin.
the whole point. That's the
That's why
whole
I
point I'm
never
saying.
understood that shit, bro. Like literally, like it's like literally, like fuck. Literally, he should be a fucking like he should have been retired or knocked out already, or he should be one of the best in the world, bro. Like he's like the one of the few undefeated fighters that I think does. I don't even think he has a title, bro, and he's been at fucking 160 for a few years now.
He's like number two ranked in in most of the organizations. But point I'm saying is he's already got a title for one of the youngest ever, right? Like at 22, he got the WBO.
Yeah,
And the
he
other
the
thing
one
is this:
before.
people are
Yeah, you're
shitting
right.
on him. Yeah, people are shitting on him. It doesn't make any sense to me. Like I said,
Yeah,
one of the things that I heard, which was hilarious, was when Montiel went life and death with Charlo, right? People like a mouse said, "Oh yeah, that guy got knocked out by fucking Mungia. That guy
hmm
Montiel got like a fucking mouse, right?" And then it fucking
yeah,
disappeared.
which is bullshit, bro. No,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
literally,
Let's
because
keep it real.
no,
Yeah, man.
well, the thing is that I think that was his only loss, bro. The guy's
Mhm.
awkward. Literally,
Mm-hmm.
nobody knows them. But that's the thing. Like most, this is what I'm trying to fucking change the perception of it. No boxer, I don't give a fuck if they're 1 in 50 and they've been knocked out every single goddamn fight except for the one that they won. None of them should be fucking underestimated, bro. None of
I'm
them
the
should
one.
be fucking,
Right.
looked down upon, bro. Like literally, if that's the sport, ain't nobody gonna be. Not everybody's gonna be fucking Oscar De La Hoya, Floyd Mayweather, or Canelo. It's gonna be some
Mm-hmm.
motherfuckers that lose. And the thing
Mm-hmm.
was is that they did like I like Marlon Mel. I think they're both great boxers and they're not boring. So like literally they're shitting on fucking Maul for fucking going life and death like you said with Montiel
Mm-hmm.
when like literally like they should like literally know of Montiel that Montiel literally all of his wins are by fucking knockout. The guy can fucking punch
That's
and he's awkward.
that's
He,
another
he-
thing.
like, and
Amazing.
he literally lost to Mungia when like he was barely coming up and he's never been disciplined. So that shit happens to an undisciplined fighter.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Well,
he
the
came to
point,
fight that night. He came to fight
bro,
that night, and
you're
and a
saying.
fighter that comes to fight. Let me finish real quick. And a fighter that comes to fight, and especially with that many knockouts, is always dangerous, bro. Doesn't matter who the fuck they're fighting.
You're saying everything that I was saying when that fight was cracking off. I was saying, what, why are they shitting on Montiel? Yeah, I seen him. He's a southpaw. He actually switches and he can knock motherfuckers out, and he has a high KO rate. Like people shouldn't be
Yeah.
shitting on it, right? But my
He has a
whole
hundred
thing was
percent
this.
KO rate.
Yeah,
He's
his
knocked out
fucking
every
KO rate
win,
was
every
outrageous.
win, every win. Yeah, no, dude, he's
Yeah,
a bit better BF.
yeah. So my point was this though. When he went life and death with Charlo, I was thinking, all right, I don't blame Charlo for that, but I will say this: give credit to the man Jaime for fucking doing him dirty.
That's
Give
the
credit to
thing. They don't
Jaime
want
for
to give
fucking
him
doing him.
credit. They don't want to give him credit. They want to
That's
shit.
the point I'm
Listen,
saying. I'm like,
yeah,
come on. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, let's go like this. This is how it was. Oh yeah, by the
All
way,
right, brother.
Mungia knocked him the fuck out. Like all like whispering, right? That's what I saw. And he's like,
Yeah,
yeah, Mungia. Like I was like fucking keep it secret. That type of shit. I was like, come
yeah,
on, man.
yeah.
This is a joke.
And that's the thing, bro. Is I like literally like uh shit. That's what I was gonna say. Um, and then like you say life and death, but like really, if you watch that fight, Maul dominated most of that fight. But the thing was that he was still in the fight because he did have punch and he was
Mm-hmm.
awkward, so he couldn't get him out of there. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and also by accident, Montiel fucking thumbed Jamal in the face, so Jamal looked like he was more fucked up than he was.
Yeah, man. Look at the guy has punching power. What I mean by
And
life
he had,
and death is this.
dude,
What I
bro.
mean by life and death, yo,
No,
Budo,
I
what
know
I
what
mean
you
by
mean.
life
I
and
know what you mean. I know what you mean, bro. Trust me. But go
yeah, you
ahead.
know
Go
what
ahead.
I mean, right? Like
Yeah,
these
yeah.
guys, these guys, if they would have just stayed in there, like literally, if I would have said, hey, uh, we're gonna make this a 15 round fight. If at the round 12 I would have said we're gonna make this a 15 round fight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't know what would have happened.
Nah.
I don't know if
You
someone, you know what
yeah,
I'm
go ahead,
saying?
brother. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I don't know, like if in those older fights when there was 15 round fights, it would take guys. Yeah, you would see some guy getting touched up for 12 rounds or 15, but for like the first 11 rounds, and then all the guy needed to do was land that one heavy punch, and then in 13, 14, 15, you saw who was really about it. That's what I'm saying by life and death. We're not seeing that no more, right? But that's what I meant by life and death. It wasn't like Montiel was totally out of it. Like literally, if
Nah.
this was a war, bro. Like if this was a prolonged thing, I can't tell you what was gonna happen. I can't tell you what was going to happen if it went prolonged, right? But
Yeah, yeah.
in the game itself, Charlo won fairly. Charlo won fairly.
Yeah, yeah. But the thing is like they never. This is the thing, but this has been since I've been watching boxing for I don't know how many 30 years or whatever. The fighters have never been respected, bro. Like literally, the one asset in your sport that you're supposed to respect, it has been shitted on since I can remember.
Mhm.
Bum is not a new fucking term, bro.
Yeah, you're right. You're right about that. People get shitting on constantly in the sport. That's why I'm bringing up Mungia, and that's why I'm bringing up Emanuel Navarrete, because I
No,
just feel we need to put some respect on these guys' names, especially with the publicity. I just don't like that I'm seeing all kinds of guys getting publicity who haven't earned the same things, right? Like literally, if any American became a champion at 22, I mean, what would we be saying right now? And is
yeah,
still
no, no,
undefeated at 25, man. You know what I'm saying?
for
It's
sure,
crazy.
for
It's
sure.
crazy.
And I
And the
was
same
gonna
thing with
tell you,
Navarrete.
huh?
Let's do this. Let's do this, Puro. Let's put fucking Navarrete, who's been active for these 3 years. Let's put fucking his name as I don't know, Gary Williams or some weird shit like
Oh, okay. Yeah, right.
Well, what the fuck? What would
No,
we
no,
say right now if his name was Gary
let's
Woodland?
just
If we
fucking go
fucking put
hard
Navarrete,
with it, bro. Just call him Caleb Plant.
Caleb Plant. If, oh man, if it was Caleb Plant, brother,
Come
we
on,
wouldn't
bro.
even know what to say, bro. We wouldn't
You
even know what to
know?
say if it was 9 title defenses and all this shit, bro. It'd be, it'd be an unstoppable amount of like, you just see you'd basically see pound for pound number one if it was, you know what I'm saying? That's my point. I'm
Yeah,
saying, like, this
yeah.
is fucking weird that guys don't even earn much shit, and I'll even going on ESPN because think about this. Navarrete is an ESPN fighter.
Mm-hmm.
Navarrete is an ESPN fighter, and even they don't even fucking like. You know what I'm saying? Even their biasness to come out.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know they're the lower weight classes. Like they're on the cusp of like the weight classes that nobody gives a fuck about in this country, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's tough. And you know what I was gonna tell you too? Shit, I was gonna say something. Yeah, I forgot. But yeah, I totally understand what you're saying. Oh, yeah, that's what I was gonna tell you. Look at my my avatar or whatever, bro. Who I got right there jumping up in the air.
Yeah, the 40-inch vertical by Oscar Valdez, guys. After he knocked out Burchell.
Yeah, that's what I've been telling you. I've been fighting a good fight, little by little today while I've been working and shit, man. Because like
Yeah.
everybody's saying that Shakur is like the is the king of the fucking king of boxing. That's what I hear a lot. You know,
Yeah.
actually, G Funky, they're the panel that I went on to today. They're like, nah, nah, no, no, let's relax. You know, he beat Herring. He was already getting older, and Herring didn't put up a fight. That's the first time I heard a panel that wasn't like, oh my god, he's the greatest thing since fucking Sugar Ray Leonard, you know.
Mhm. Yeah.
But I mean, but the panels I have been to, I gave like my take on it, you know, because the Shakur I think is still real good, you know, and a pure boxer will always have the greatest shot to win, you know, especially if they
Mhm.
know how to box exorbitantly well, like a Mayweather or Ali, whatever. But still, like literally, like this guy is it's his first big win, bro. Like literally, like truly big win, you know.
Yeah.
Valdez is already is like literally Valdez is a fucking what's it called? The veteran of the division. That mother like and then Shakur still has intangibles that we don't know if he has or not.
Mhm.
His chin has not been tested. Like he hasn't been there. He hasn't been there against a game plan that they literally designed specifically to eliminate what he does well, and he has to fucking on the fly think of a way to win the fight. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, and Valdez has those intangibles already. Like there's receipts for those intangibles already. Like literally, he
Fact.
broke his jaw and
Yup.
won the fucking fight. You know, and he just literally went like literally super close with Conceição fighting in his
Mhm.
old style, and to me he
Yeah.
still won. So you get what I'm saying? So to me it's a 50-50 fight, but like there's a lot of people out there, not just the YTBC, but with people I talk to like that know boxing as well. They're like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, fucking Valdez has zero shot, bro.
Yeah. That's
But
crazy.
but the good thing is like the powers I've been going to, even though they kind of start like that or whatever, like they still think that Shakur's gonna win, and I would favor Shakur. It's still 50-50 to me, but I don't know. I probably Monday I would be Shakur, Tuesday I'd be Valdez, but at
Well,
least
I'll
they
say
can see
this.
my point of view, you know.
Yeah, I'll say this though. Like, let's keep this real, right? What
Shout
if
out to
Santa
Don.
Cruz? What if Leo Santa Cruz's best win was Herring?
Leo Santa Cruz beat Harry.
No, what if that was his best win? So would Leo Santa Cruz be getting all this? Like, I know what Leo Santa Cruz fights at lighter weight division, but what I'm saying is the man has 3 losses. Now Herring
Yeah,
has 3 losses. So if
yeah.
Leo Santa Cruz, if his best win, and I just mentioned him because he's one of those guys who teeters on. Yeah, he's a fighter, right? But he teeters around those little like the areas of certain like name recognition, right? So if Leo
But he's an
Santa
elite fighter.
Cruz,
He's an elite fighter too, though.
yeah. So if
Yeah.
Leo Santa Cruz, if his best win was Herring, and we know he fought Abner Mares, we know and all this other shit, right? But I'm just saying,
Mm-hmm.
we just erase all that. We just erase some of the shit that we saw from Leo, and we
But
fucking
Frampton
fought
too.
a bunch of guys, and his best win was fucking Herring, who has 3 losses now. Would we
Mm-hmm.
be saying all this shit about Leo Santa Cruz?
Well, I know I would because I value the fighters, and he's a four fucking division world champion. So yeah,
Mm,
hell yeah, I'd be talking about him like that too because he does have
mm,
Carl Frampton on his on. Carl Frampton is his best win, bro.
mm-hmm. That's exactly what it is, right? And what
Yeah.
happened? What did Herring do to Frampton? That's the point. Point I'm saying is this, right? Point I'm saying, I really don't think I
Mm.
know you would, Budo, because you're a purist, brother. Like you're one of the purest
Yeah.
boxers. You want, and I'm gonna say this: you're one of the most non-biased humans in
Well,
regards to all.
I literally try to be that because, like, literally, it's bit me in the ass being biased. Like, I'm a fanboy. Don't get me wrong. I fuck with Canelo's hardcore. All the Mexican fighters hardcore. You know,
Yeah.
fucking Floyd's my favorite fighter. You know, my generation. But I mean, I literally love all the fighters. But like, when you're younger, you don't know this shit. So fanboying has fucking bit me in the ass before. You know. So I try to be as unbiased so that doesn't happen again.
Mhm. So what I'm saying is this: I don't think 90% of YouTube people would be talking about fucking Leo Santa Cruz if his best friend was fucking Herring. That's what I'm saying. And I will even
Rep it.
say this: that's what I say, bro. That's what I'm just
Well,
saying.
let me tell you this before you finish cooking, bro. Like literally,
Go.
I went to a channel not too long ago,
Hmm.
and a channel I respect because he has very good boxing takes. But like
Uh-huh.
literally, I stopped going to that channel because I'm not gonna name no names. But they literally said that they were making fun of Leo and saying that he wasn't Mexican, bro. I
There
was
he is.
like, huh? I'm like,
There he is.
huh? I'm like, okay, calling him a bum is one thing, but you're taking away his fucking
His
nationality
card.
or
He's
his card, his Mexican
he's straight
card.
from Micho. This fool's straight from Michoacan and he's saying he's not Mexican, bro. Like, get the fuck, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, get this guy. Like, whoever's saying that is illiterate, right? Like, the man is straight from
Well,
Michoacan and he's not
it's
Mexican.
just cap, dude. You know, and literally, it's just they're just making fun of him. But the point I'm making is like, dude, like literally, this is not real life, bro. We're like a
Hmm.
four division world champion that's been in some fucking really good fights. They're literally saying that he doesn't deserve to be called Mexican, bro. Like to me, that's some fucked up shit.
Well, we know this about Leo, right? Let's just go real quick into Leo, right?
Hmm.
I didn't give him a chance. I realistically wasn't giving him a chance to beat Tank Davis, man. You know what I'm saying? I was like, Leo, I hope you do it. I'm cheering for you. The way he got knocked out, I was like, man, I was kind of angry for a couple of days. Angry in a sense, like disappointed. But I kind of knew it was gonna happen. I mean, we're going in. You're going in there rooting for something, obviously, because Leo's a good person, a good human
Yeah,
being, and anybody see videos of the guy, right? But
yeah.
anybody who was out here saying that Leo's gonna like didn't fight it out, that was the best he could do, man.
No, but bro, rep it. Watch out. Yeah, I didn't think he was gonna be able to win that either. You know, it was like kind of like Mikey and Arrow. You know, like
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I remember in my head, I'm like, shit, yeah, okay. When Robert and Big G is telling him like, yeah, you probably shouldn't take this fight. You know, I was like, yeah, okay, this is not gonna end well. You know, but I was like, well, fuck, man, what if he beats him? And, you know, that's gonna be real good for Mikey, whatever. But he loses like expected, whatever. It is what it is. But like
Yeah.
literally, like it was the same thing. It was similar to the Mikey situation, but it wasn't because they are close in like literally Leo is taller than Tank. Like literally, Leo is the same size as fucking Ryan Garcia, bro. He just
Oh
doesn't have.
shit,
He just no,
that's
he is, bro.
crazy,
He's like
bro.
5'9",
That's
bro.
crazy.
He's just like
That's
real skinny,
crazy.
you know. Yeah,
Yeah,
but he
that's
doesn't have
crazy.
the
I
box,
didn't know that.
right? But the thing is, he
Yeah.
knows how to box really well, and his style is awkward. Literally, Tank. That's when I knew Tank was that good because I already knew he was gonna win, but the way he won was what impressed me. He outboxed Leo. He set that uppercut up, bro, and the fight was still so close, brother. That like literally the to me, in my personal opinion, Tank was only up by one round when he knocked him out. That fight was super uber close.
You could see it that way. You could see it that way, but I kind of
That's
saw
the way I
Tank.
saw it. That's what I
I
saw.
could. I saw Tank that whole time, just like waiting to knock him out. I saw him like taking those punches of Leo, and I was like, "Oh, this guy ain't feeling it. He's just ready to go for a knockout. He's just trying to set up Leo at this point from round one, bro." I was like, "This is." A lot of people I was with were saying that, "Oh yeah, Leo's winning." I was like, "Bro, he's gonna get cooked right now." I was thinking,
Weapon,
he's not.
weapon.
He's he's
How many
about to
times
get
have you
cooked.
seen that fight? Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. How many times have you seen that fight?
I just saw it once. I didn't see it again. I didn't see it multiple times. I'm keeping it real. I've only seen it once.
Check it out, bro. And you probably had it in your mind. You probably, I don't know. You probably had it in your mind that Tank was gonna win. But what I would say, if you want to watch it again, bro, and then see if you still think that Tank that fight wasn't close.
Yeah, maybe I gotta watch it again because maybe that's what I just to me it was a concrete and I was watching. I was just like watching it through Tank's side and saying this guy's gonna get clipped already. Like he's literally
Mhm.
taking his punches. I was like, it's over, right?
Yeah.
Similar to similar to that Billy Joe Saunders versus Canelo, right? I saw what he was doing to the body. I saw the way he was working him. I saw what he was trying to do. I saw him throw the uppercut about 4 or 5 times and barely miss it. And I was like, this is he's about to get cooked, and it ended up happening, right?
Yeah.
So maybe I saw it through
Yeah, yeah.
that spectrum, I guess.
And check this out, bro. Like they didn't count it, but to me, I think in the first or the second round, Leo drops Tank, bro. He
I saw
landed a
that.
good
I
shot, bro.
wasn't sure. I
And I
wasn't
remember
sure.
I see some videos on YouTube, and I
Mhm.
fucking played them over and over and over again. And it kind of looks like he trips him, kind of doesn't, but a punch lands, bro. I think that was a knockdown. So I'm not saying that he hurt him or anything like that, but like literally, just to tell you how close the fight was, man. In my opinion,
Was it an off balance knockdown? LT's coming in the
it kind of looks like it, but I don't think it was. But it doesn't matter what I think. The ref didn't rule it a knockdown, so it's not a knockdown, bro.
yeah, yeah.
That's how it works, bro. That's just literally how it works, my brother.
The reason I asked about off, go in LT.
Ah, man. Hey, ¿qué onda? What's up, bro? Repping my boy. ¿Qué onda? Puro South, mi carnal. You guys are family, bro.
Güey, ¿qué onda,
Everyone in
güey? ¿Qué onda?
chat is all family, carnal. You know what I mean? We're all fucking family here.
No sabes, güey.
A huevo. Well, man,
What do
continue
you think
cooking,
about
man.
that?
I just saw the link. I just came back, saw the link, and I just jumped on. I have no idea what you guys talking about. I don't want to
Well, I was
interrupt.
talking.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna tell you what I was
Look at
talking
me.
about, right? I was talking about the respect that Emanuel Navarrete is not getting, the respect that Jaime Mungia is not getting, the respect that if they had a different name, that they'd be all over the YouTube community getting these lists, top rank and all these other shit, right? They'd be getting more respect. The man Jaime Mungia is 25, was a champion at 22, and we acting like he's out here never did nothing in his life. We're acting like he's gonna go life and death with all kinds of guys. It's weird. To me, he's a prospect that's a future champion and can be a future great in a sense. You can take over the manual as one of the best in the business, in my opinion, right? But people don't look at it
Yeah.
that way. And obviously Navarrete, the guy has 9 title defense. Just put his name, change his name to Gary Williams, is what I'm saying. If his name was Gary Williams, he'd be the greatest of all time right now.
Bro, if his name was Ali or some shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Mira, if he gets one more title defense y le cambias el nombre a Wilder, pues ya son Hall of Famer, according to some people.
Yeah,
There it
Hall of
is,
Famer,
bro.
bro.
Thank you for
Straight
putting
up.
that one up. You brought up some shit that's crazy, bro.
And
Exactly.
no,
Cool.
no, I think the Wilder is just Reppin knows what we're talking about. It's just like literally like, le cambias el nombre al mexicano a uno americano y pues ya es chingón el güey.
Facts. Facts. That's why
Yeah.
Gary, what's his name, laughing in the Don knows what I'm talking about. Yes, the Pulga. I hated the Pulga got beat like that, but it's what happened. The Don, the whole judges on that night with Mikey even with Mikey getting that runner guy too. They were set to do what everybody. They were set to judge it for runners that night, man. That should have told the sign to Mikey when they screwed over the Pulga like that Mikey was gonna
Mhm.
get done dirty too like that.
Yeah. And it was a close fight. Don't get me wrong. And I had Mikey winning it, bro. But like literally, I never heard of Sandor Martin, so I didn't think he was gonna do this shit. Nobody did.
All right, I'm gonna get into something, and I know Puro, you know you're his favorite fighter and all this, but I'm gonna get into it, right? And I want LT to look into this too,
I don't care, hey, bro. I have favorite fighters, dog. But you can say whatever you want, dog.
right?
It's fucking. I ain't gonna get mad. I don't know these people.
Look at that picture right there, man, of Oscar De La Hoya side by
Hmm.
side by the man Floyd Mayweather, right? I
Yes, sir.
mean, does that look like a person who's 100% clean, keeping it real? Have you seen traps like that on Floyd Mayweather after that fight?
Um.
Always saw him when he was retired for 2 years because he didn't want any compound, he didn't want to get tested for any half-life stuck in his body. That's just my theory, I'll say, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
You know what? I'm not the greatest dude to talk about like how like the like I guess like the male body should look like. Like I don't know nothing about bodybuilding or anything like that, bro. So like literally, I look at these two dudes. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's how a dude's supposed to look like. I don't know.
well, I'll tell you something,
Seriously, I
right?
have no idea. I have no idea like where you would look to see if like, oh yeah, that's not natural. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
I'll
Unless
tell
they're like those
you know,
overgrown like Venice Beach motherfuckers.
yeah, I'll tell you something right now. The jawline right now is not like that no more. Look at Oscar's jawline. That's a
Hmm.
that's a clean jawline. Now, as you can see, Oscar in his modern era, he's on
Hmm.
TRT. Notice his jawline now. Notice, go look
Hmm.
at pictures of Oscar in his life right now. He has that big ass jaw, kind of like Mayweather has right here, because Oscar is now on some TRT to make his life. That's why he has abs and all that shit, because he's on steroids now, right? In his older
I feel
age.
you. I feel. And what's TRT?
TRT is testosterone replacement therapy for him. So he'd be
Oh,
like,
okay.
so he's probably up his level to probably a 1500 or some shit like that, right? So right now, that's why when Oscar's like, I got abs. Well, you got abs because you're on fucking steroids, or you're on fucking TRT or testosterone replacement, which is fucking steroid anabolic, right? So my point is
Mhm.
this: look at the jaw on Oscar. That's a very thin
Mhm.
jaw. That's not the way he
Yep.
is now. Now he has that fucking big ass test jaw, as I would call it, right, or anabolic jaw. And right here, you never seen Floyd look like this again after this fight, right? Maybe he did in other fights, but this shit, and even Even in this interview, he says that he's fucking strong as fuck. He says, he says this is the strongest I've ever been. And his voice,
Yeah.
you guys can go look up the video, guys. You guys can go look up the interview when it's Oscar versus Mayweather. Go hear Mayweather's voice and tell me there's just not testosterone in the voice. The voice is totally different. Obviously, the jawline's different. The traps like that. It's huge. Look at it as Ricardo Martinez coming in, testosterone injections. Oscar should have wrote it up. The Gills in his prime, Mayweather, Tito, and Mosley cheated him with robberies and
Bro, you know what, bro? That's a little weird, man. Like, I'm not gonna like quick observation, bro. Like De La Hoya from Puerto Rico.
Yeah, he was in Puerto Rico, dog. You know, he was throwing parties and his ex girl or his ex wife was from there. Remember?
Yeah, I remember when he was
Yo,
over
man, it's weird, man, because all the Logan Pauls and the Jake Pauls, you know,
You're right, bro. You're right, bro. You're right. They all
you
go
know
out
what I
there.
mean?
right? I feel you. And then like you heard about that LT and Rapid I guess a contract leaked from the Tyrone Woodley fight that in the contract it said that Tyrone Woodley couldn't knock out Jake Paul.
Yeah, man, yeah.
Yeah. So the shits are fucking fake, bro. These guys aren't even
Yeah,
boxers.
man.
All that bullshit talking about like, oh yeah, eventually I'm gonna fight a boxer, whoop de whoop. It's all bullshit. I mean, if you believe that fucking report.
Yo, well, I'll tell you this, right? This will go. I'll go into another story, guys. You guys are gonna love this. The Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. story. Meaning, you know the fight he had with Anderson Silva in Mexico,
Yes.
the one that he lost.
Yes.
That was the first ever supposedly judged exhibition fight. The first ever judged exhibition fight, right? Before that, the Mayweather versus Paul wasn't judged. Not even his dad's fight was judged. Not even his dad's fight was judged. But then all of a sudden they say, well, we'll make this one judged. And then all of a sudden a fucking huge upset happens, and you see Cesar Cesar Chavez Jr. acting outraged when they fucking bet against themselves. They bet against themselves. That's my theory. You know what I'm saying? Like, how's all of a sudden they count the one fight that had in exhibitions they had never counted. Even Mike Tyson versus Holyfield was not a judged fight. They said there was no winner. There was going to be no winner. But all of a sudden there's this one fight that the odds are all against the man, Anderson Silva, because they said they're going to judge the fight. And then Julio Cesar Chavez is on the sideline making a big like fake ass lie, and then Chavez Jr. is right there faking ass like he's disappointed about losing when he drives off in a fucking Ferrari. You know what I'm saying? So it's what it is, guys. You guys think about that one.
No, I mean, it's an interesting theory. It kind of makes sense, you know, because like I heard Omar and fucking Julito are like all coked out and shit right now.
Yeah, man.
Cops got him at the, you know, he has a facility to help out motherfuckers over there in Culiacan.
Yeah, man. And it's just one thing that this guy keeps on doing, and no one keeps on noticing it. Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. I'll say allegedly. So he allegedly loses Cáceres in his hometown. As soon in his hometown, the judges go against him. They go against him and pick Cáceres in his hometown, and the fight was real ugly. Like, come on. And then Cesar Chavez is right there on the sideline making a fucking making like some drama, acting like he's mi hijo, ¿por qué no entrenas? And he's like, yeah, you just got fucking $500,000. Yeah, you just got $500,000 in your pocket, you lying scum. I'm like, bro, this is just no one's seen this shit. No one's seen this shit.
Yeah, I mean, like, you think they're just exhibitions, bro? I don't know. Like, fuck.
Yeah, bro. I'm like, bro, come on. No one's seen this. This guy keeps on throwing fight, dog, and no one keeps on seeing it, bro.
Yeah, I feel like, and me personally, bro, I try not to fucking think of these conspiracy theories, bro. You know, I debunk conspiracy theories. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, this is what I'm saying. To me, you guys can look at it whatever you guys want, guys, but go, you guys check it out, and you guys tell me this doesn't seem sinister, doesn't seem odd. And it's always says, and every fight though, this is the thing that makes me laugh when Chavez Jr. takes an out and it looks weird, right? His dad's right there on the side. Hijo, ¿por qué no entrenas? Hijo de su. He's like making a scene. I'm like, bro, you don't gotta put that much butter on it. I'm just every time I see Cesar Chavez Sr., I think, bro, you don't gotta put that much butter on it. Come on, you're
relax, right?
Yeah, relax, bro, relax.
I'll take it for the rapid shit. You know, like fuck it, they're not they're not fighting, bro. It's just for show, man. I don't care what they're doing, bro.
Mm-hmm. Well, do you think Cesar Chavez Jr. made a good account of himself versus Canelo?
No, of course not.
I
But
think
that
I
partly
think
because
by
he didn't have the skill. Oh wait. Actually, before you finish rep it, let me retract. The first two rounds, if I remember correctly, I thought fucking Chavez won those rounds easily, and he was
mm,
fucking touching up Canelo, and then he stopped fucking fighting. Now that I remember it,
yeah, I thought Chavez did good. Now when I see that, how does he do good
only
against
the first two
Canelo?
rounds, brother. Only the
Yeah,
first two rounds. After that, like literally, fuck Canelo fucking beat him up from fucking
exactly.
up and down the padilla para abajo.
He made it though, right? He finished it, and I'm just looking at this.
Mhm.
I'm like, oh, so you can fight versus Canelo, but all of a sudden against these other guys, Casares who gets knocked the fuck out by Morel real quick.
Mhm.
Obviously Spider Silva, who I've seen him get laid out by guys who have almost literally no hands in a sense, right? So
Okay.
it's just weird, bro. Like I'm like, guys, people aren't watching this, or maybe we're too, what's that word called? Innocent minded. I think we're too
Mhm.
innocent minded in society now,
Well,
bro.
I don't think we're that innocent-minded. Actually, I don't think we're innocent-minded at all. I think we're too into the conspiracy theories, and sometimes I have to be like, I have to stop myself out of it because I'd be thinking of like crazy fucking dumb ones and shit.
Like
But
what kind?
we kind of just nah. Like I mean, I was just kind of like I can't think of any right now, but you can kind of get what I'm saying. My mind can get away from me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I try not to like. I try most of the time. I try not to fucking traffic in conspiracy theories, bro. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
if it's plausible, I'll believe it. If it's not plausible, I think it's bullshit.
Yeah, that's the one thing I'll say about what Chicano Prophet is saying. Chicano Prophet is saying boxing fans try to act like corruption somehow left the sport.
Right?
It's true. It's true. No one's ever got caught for throwing a fight in this modern
I
era.
know,
Notice that, right?
huh? That's funny.
For reals though, let's keep it right. No one has gotten caught for throwing a fight in this modern era, right? Even in the NBA and the NFL and MLB baseball, like literally, we live in a perfect society in America that they've never thrown a fight. But in the World Cup in Colombia, right? But in the World Cup with Colombia, they literally killed the fucking goalie for throwing
Yeah,
for
right.
not making.
For throwing the
Yeah, so
game,
it's
yeah.
just weird. Bro. This is
For
weird.
me, bro, every time there's a fucked up decision, that's
Mhm.
that's somebody throwing a fight.
Yeah, I believe that one. I think judges are bought. I think judges are bought. Do you? Do you think that there's some
Mm-hmm.
judges bought? Yeah, I
Of course,
believe
but
that.
I think the fans kind of like assume that, and they just kind of go with it.
I think they assume it, but then they don't assume it because they call it like you said, right? They brought up the term earlier. They just say, "Yeah, I want to say it, but it's a conspiracy." They'll say it's a
No, but
conspiracy.
but here's the thing though, because they do say it, but like literally the most egregious ones are the ones that be like where the people are like, "Come on, look at that!" Bro. You get what I'm saying? It's usually when it's really egregious, but you see some subtle ones too.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. The subtle ones are the best ones. The subtle ones are the best ones, bro. Because all it takes is some subtle shit to get away with it, right? Like I don't know, Castano versus Charlo. That one to me, at least on my side, I judged it different, right? I mean, I had Castano winning. I
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
hear you. I hear you. No, it was like I told you before, bro. Like to me, it was a draw. They would have gave it to Castano, I was gonna be mad. If they would have gave it to Jamal, excuse me, Jamal, I wouldn't have been mad. I thought the draw was right there, but like I don't think like oh my god, you guys are crazy to think that Castano won. I don't that's just the way I saw it. What was I gonna say? No, it's like LT was saying the other day, probably yesterday or the day before that. Like Harry looked like he didn't do shit, bro. So like you could get all conspiracy theory about that fight too.
bro. Like, did you
Yeah,
guys
that's real. That's
No,
real though.
tell him.
Don't
like,
bring out.
like, neta? I mean, I don't know why you have that picture up. What is that like for?
Eso
That's
es
for
que
that's to show that people. That's to show people like this. This is Cesar Chavez right here getting TRT, and I was bringing up TRT, which is testosterone
Oh,
replacement therapy, and I was saying the jaw gets bigger, as you can see. The man right here, Cesar Chavez, which this is legal, guys. This isn't some shit. He's
yeah, he
taking
doesn't box
TRT.
no more fight fans, all right? So don't fuck with him.
Yeah, he's taking TRT because it's messing with his. He needs to get his testosterone up at his age, right? But the point I was making was this, right? As you guys see his jawline, it's a big ass jawline now, right?
Hmm.
Uh, That's why I brought it up with Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather was taking this shit when he was fighting.
Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. Yeah, his jawline
okay.
does look wider than it did like back when he fought Belgian Taylor and shit.
Yeah, yeah. You can't take like De La Hoya's jawline's looking like this too because he's on TRT testosterone replacement for his old age. That's why he has abs. That's why it says that Chavez looks in pretty good shape right now because he's on some shit. Now he can take it though. But during the fighting times is when you should be
Yeah,
able to
nah.
salute to look. That's why I have this up because that's what the rich and powerful do when they age. They take shit to bring their age down or to help themselves, right?
To
That's
fucking
what they
live
want.
longer and shit.
Yeah, exactly. They want their testosterone to be high. What man doesn't want their testosterone to be high, right?
No,
Um,
he probably wants to like bang his wife and shit, dog. He needs it.
exactly. So that's why that picture's up there just to show people, look at this is what people do, but you shouldn't be doing it during your fighting career. That's
And
why
the
I brought up.
jawline too.
Yeah, that's why I brought up this picture earlier.
And rip it. There's some people that think that they should just let them fucking use it, dude.
I don't. You know what? I'm not. I'm not gonna say I'm not in that camp at this point. I'm like, what are we? What are
But
we
even,
tempting
but
for?
I get it. It's a very dangerous sport, but like, think about it. Like, literally, like, if everybody's allowed to use like the PEDs or whatever,
Sergio.
it's a even playing field, right?
Right. Sergio, Coco the Don, jump in the panel, bro. Tell him to come on, man.
Come on,
Sergio,
the
jump on,
panel,
brother.
Coco,
Yeah,
Coyo.
jump on, man.
Yes. Talk some
Yeah, man.
boxing and some chingaderas and some
Yeah,
desmadre.
it's a Chicano prophet. Jump on, man.
Yo, it's like I was saying though, right? That's the reason I brought it up. And as you can look at the man right here, Oscar De La Hoya's jawline. I mean, this is a baby jawline right here. This is when you're not on anything. Now
Hmm.
transpose it with Floyd Mayweather, who has the TRT jawline, is what I'm saying, or
No,
the
no, no.
anabolic.
I see it. I see it. I see it.
Yeah, so that's what I'm talking about, right? And a lot of people, I think the homie's on the treadmill right now. I'm on the treadmill, compas. That's what he's saying, Sergio. So that's the whole point I'm bringing up. And the only
Cool.
reason I'm bringing it up is because we people are a lot of the people that we root for, like me, I root for Canelo, right? Now I do
Hmm.
more of it that I hate. So what am I gonna do? Oh yeah, I'll double down on that one, right? So the point is they get constantly criticized for all these anabolics. But if we just look through the whole sport of everything, right? The USA is the worst at it. So like
Yeah.
literally, if they really wanted to get at it, that's the way it should be, right? Like literally, there's no labs in Mexico that are fucking making top notch PEDs. All the labs are in the USA or in China
Hmm.
or in Russia. Period. That's
Yeah.
why I'm showing this shit. But in regards to like Oscar Valdez, I think he's the number 130 pounder, and the fact that he's getting over, he's people are trying to overshadow it with Shakur. To me, that seems nefarious.
Well, I don't think it's nefarious. It's just people are just like, even me, man. I had to like tell myself, okay, okay, relax. This is just one fight, and and then he was fucking like the other, like literally. I don't know if he fucking did it on purpose or whatever. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that literally Harry went there to lose. He didn't try to win that fucking fight.
That's what I
Facts.
say too.
Facts,
That's what I say.
man.
What do they
Like,
call it?
did you guys notice what I've been talking about since the beginning,
I
man?
noticed it. I noticed it, bro.
Mhm. It's just cuando está pasando, and then like literally you haven't seen this guy. Like this is like kind of his signature win or whatever for right now. Like
Uh-huh.
especially for me, dog. And I like the Corey. He's a good boxer. Like you get amped up and you think, oh yeah, nobody can beat him. That's why I was like, okay, before I fucking even talk on these panels, let me calm myself down and realize that
Uh-huh.
this is like one fight.
Bro, this is not the first time I see people act like that with Shakur, bro. And almost I've seen like two or three fights, bro, where they allow fighters that they allow Shakur to get off the ropes.
Mm-hmm.
They just allow him
Oh,
to get off the
I
ropes.
noticed that shit, bro. I noticed that fucking shit when I was watching it.
It's just no le madre ese jale, güey. And to be honest, his Shakur's inside game sucks dick, bro. Like I saw a lot of success on on Herring when they with Shakur when they were on like in the inside. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Shakur's inside
That's
game
true.
no vale madres, güey. Yeah.
No, no,
I'll add,
cuando me estabas diciendo el otro día when you were analyzing that shit, like, when you were talking about it, like I saw those things, but like literally they're like few and far between.
well, I'm gonna add
Yeah,
something.
bro.
I'm gonna add something. Then this is gonna make everything come together in what you're saying, LT, and
Mm,
also what you're saying, right?
mm.
How come he couldn't do nothing against that guy who we fought that everybody was saying he looked like shit against? That guy Nakatilia. By the way, the guy Nakatilia is a fucking cop. Meaning,
Uh,
you think he's gonna get bright? He's a fucking cop.
and
Did
you
the
know
guy
what?
not
Go ahead,
go?
brother. No, no, you go, you go. You finish your thought, and I'll tell you mine.
So what I'm saying is, so guys that he can get bribed, I mean, we're saying it right now. We're saying that something look weird, something look off, right? You think you
Mm-hmm.
could do that? You think you could do that to a cop from South Africa? You think they can go and tell him something? I'm gonna just ask you that. And why would you look bad against a cop from South Africa, where
Mm-hmm.
everybody's hating on you? So
I don't know.
it kind of makes me think like, how is a cop from South Africa gonna look better than Herring?
bro. You know, you know what?
Mhm.
You know why Shakur fought so safe and it was so boring because the guy from South Africa wasn't in the wasn't in plan of allowing Shakur, whatever he wants.
Mhm.
So that's why Shakur probably felt the guy's punch and just like played it so fucking safe. Like
Mhm.
that's why he even
What
went.
the Brown was saying.
Yeah, man. So even when he went into like pursue him in the ropes, like he got like a little bit knocked down, is because he actually went and pursued him in the ropes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's the point. That's the point. That's what I'm saying. Adds to what you're saying with Herring, right? So some guy who is a cop, who you can't basically make him do what you want in the sense you look bad against, but a guy who's in your gym, who's your friend, and some of these other characters,
Mhm.
you start looking like Captain. I don't know, Captain.
America.
Captain Finishers and all this other weird shit,
Mhm.
right? It's just weird, bro.
Yeah.
I had to look at the fight when LT told me this. When I heard him saying this, right? At first I
Mhm.
thought it's odd, right? It's weird. How come I didn't notice that first shot? Then I looked at it again and then saw like Herring doing this like weird little shuffle. I was like, bro, this is some bullshit.
Yeah. No, and you know what? Now that I think of it, bro, it is nothing new, bro. Like literally, like it's certain fights like they because hay mafia en esta madre, güey. Siempre ha habido, siempre va a haber. It's like
Sí, güey.
I'm not
Siempre va a
saying
haber
that every
corrupción, güey.
sí, I'm not saying every single fight is like where you can tell something's fishy. Because you see because fuck, almost every year you see one fight that's like fuck, man, well, how the fuck are these guys still alive and why is not one dead? But and these high profile fights, bro. It's something, especially like the De La Hoya Mayweather was kind of like the change of the guard and shit, and so next guy's gonna run the
Yeah.
fucking show. There's always gonna be a little fucking controversy there, and you've seen it. It ain't nothing new.
Yo,
Yeah.
Right.
it
But
isn't nothing. It isn't nothing new. But then we start making all these guys into superstars. That's the shit that's weird.
but that's
Like,
the thing. We
literally
can't
all these
change. We can't
fighters-
do nothing about it, bro. We can't do nothing about it. I've learned. To me, I've learned to come to terms with that. That like sometimes when you see that corruption, like kind of sneak in there and it pisses you off, there's really nothing I can do. I don't have an in the business. And if I had an in the business, I'd probably kill my ass.
Yo, that's facts. That's facts, man. Well, let me go into something else real quick, man. I want to talk about this guy. Obviously, the guy I've been talking about, obviously earlier and shit. I went on a fucking rant about the whole thing, right?
Who the
About the man.
pound Mungia?
Yeah, Mungia, I'll go in on him right now, but that's too easy, bro. Like literally, the man knocked down Montiel, and Charlo struggled with them. I'll say, right? Life
Okay,
and death.
no, that's good. No, talk your shit, brother. Keep cooking, bro. I'm gonna go use the bathroom real quick.
All right, all right. I'm gonna start cooking, guys. Check this out. So, like I was saying earlier, right? The man right here. Check this out, guys. Check this out. This man right here, Shakur Stevenson, is getting all the hype for beating the man, Jamal Herring, right? It's almost like the man did everything in the world that makes him a top-notch fighter, right? Which he might have skills, he might get there one day, but he's not doing what this man has done right here, right? This man right here, Manuel Navarrete, who has 9 title defenses, who has been fighting constantly in 2.5 years. He's the most active fighter. Other than him, he is actually more active than Canelo because Canelo's activity raised up this year. So the man is the most active fighter. The man has 9 title defenses with the WBO. But he's not mentioned among the elite. He's not mentioned in these big old websites and these people's big channels, right? We're talking about the mega 100,000 channels, right? Where they're out here caping for guys who haven't done shit, right? Now, if Emanuel Navarrete's name was Rodney Williams or Gary Williams or some shit, best believe he'd be pound for pound, maybe even top, right? Or like the homie Puro said, right? You change Emanuel Navarrete's name to Caleb Plant, you're right here looking at the pound for pound number 1 fighter in the world, right? With all the shit that he's done. So to me, it's just hypocrisy. It's just hypocrisy. It's just, I don't know if people are doing it on purpose, if people are hating that these guys aren't getting listed. I mean, shit, Inouye is a great fighter, right? Inouye's a lower weight fighter, right? But has he done 9 title defenses like Emanuel Navarrete? And how come he isn't? How come Navarrete is not on these top ranked pound for pound lists? That's what I'm saying, right? And then I go into this man right here, right? Obviously the one thing we know is that Mexicans are critical of Mexicans. That's what we all do, right? We don't give a shit, right? We're critical, right? But why isn't Mungia getting all the hype? The man won his title at 22 years old. I mean, he hasn't done nothing negative. He has a great record. He's undefeated. I mean, shit, he's the most dangerous 160 pounder in my opinion. I see him taking over 160 easily. I would like to see him fight Charlo, but obviously that's not going to happen right now, or even Triple G, right? But my point being is, why do we forget about the guy like this? I mean, we're hyping other guys who never won a championship, who are barely getting their first fights. It doesn't make any sense to me. Mungia is the future champion, a future great champion in my opinion, right? I think he's gonna do Rosado dirty. And by the way, I'm not a hater of Gabe Rosado. I'm just thinking that this guy right here is an elite fighter. I mean, who wins a championship at 22 by knockout at 154 to win the WBO, right? I mean, if, like I said, you change Mungia's name to another name, maybe we'd be getting hype. Maybe we get more hype. I think the community, boxing community at large, has forgot about the man right here, Mungia, man. And it's sad. It's sad, bro, because these type of fighters should get the praise because they actually are winning shit. They're actually fighting guys, right? I mean, Mungia's gonna fight again, right? He's gonna fight Rosado. He already fought Zarmenta. He beat the shit out of Zarmenta. I don't know if you guys saw that fight, but he beat the shit out of him. That's 2 fights in a year. That's more active than a lot of these guys who we talk about constantly in these pound for pound lists and shit, right? I mean, what do we want? I mean, he beat the guy that Charlo had difficulties beating. He knocked out Montiel. But again, where's the credit for this, guys? I don't understand, man. I don't understand. I don't know what to chalk it up to. Is it Americanism? Which, yeah, we're a lot of us are Mexican American, or you know what I'm saying, descendants, right? But point is there a bias? Is it just all Americans? Is all you get is American hype in here? So you don't, even if you're a Mexican person or a guy from Mexico, you're not gonna get the hype. So is that what we're doing? What does it take to hype a guy? What does it take for some of these channels to start hyping? I mean, the hipsters love Inui, but I don't think Inui's done as much as Mungia, and I don't think Inui's done as much as Emanuel Navarrete, man. And I'm just picking him because he's a foreigner. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that Inui's garbage and all this shit, right? But I'm just saying, why do we got a foreigner like that? But then you got guys like Mungia, and you got guys like Navarrete who aren't on these lists or don't even get talked about, or we act like they haven't done nothing in life. I mean, shit. The guy's a beast. The guy's a beast, man. The guy's a beast, and I think he's gonna finish. I think he's gonna finish Gabe Rosado. And I'm not a hater of Gabe Rosado, guys. I'm not a hater of Gabe Rosado. I just think that Mungia has what it takes. He has what it takes to be the future champ, man. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like this man right here, right? The pound for pound king, Canelo Alvarez, right? I mean, we're talking about all kinds of other things. I just saw that Showtime shit where he comes out showing his other side, right? Golfs, hangs out with his family, and boxes. That's all this guy does. Box. All this guy does is go to the gym, train hard, golf, hang out with his family, and that's it. This guy literally doesn't do anything but train, man. So I don't see anything different happening versus Plant. It takes a lot for a guy who makes millions upon millions upon millions upon millions of dollars to still have the motivation and drive to train like this guy, man. It's insane. I see Canelo knocking this guy out, man. I see Canelo knocking Plant out. And this fight's already almost, what day are we on, man? Today's the August the 25th. It's like less than 9 days away, guys. And the hype machine is about to barely get started, but we should already be hyping it right now. Undisputed. It's gonna be a parade. It's gonna be a victory parade for Canelo and for everybody who backs him, right? Or for even Mexican people, right? Because first undisputed Mexican champion, man. Shit's crazy. Shit's crazy, man. And I'll say another one, right? Which probably you guys already know because you guys are boxing fans. just an accomplishment. I think Canelo already took over Chavez, man. Chavez Senior. I mean, I like Chavez Senior, but I just think in accomplishments and the way he's fighting, and then obviously staying clean. I think if Chavez Senior would have stayed clean throughout his life, he would have been the greatest of all time, right? If he was clean and he didn't fall into other traps, he would have been the greatest of all time. But I think right now Canelo is passing Chavez Senior. For all the stuff he did, man. I just think Canelo's passing him, and I think Canelo could be the greatest of all time, realistically. I think he has a chance to be the greatest. Shit, his resume is insane, man. Especially when he gets this undisputed shit, man. It's wild, guys. It's wild. I think we're gonna get to the point with Canelo where we're underrating him. Like I heard some guys call Canelo, is he gonna be the greatest Mexican fighter of all time? Like at this point, it's beyond that. At this point, it's beyond that. I think he already passed that threshold. I think the next threshold is to see if he could become the greatest fighter of all time, especially since he's gonna fight. In his own words, he's gonna fight active 3 fights a year. He wants to keep on doing that, right? If he does 3 fights a year active, man, he's gonna have 3 mega fights because nobody Canelo fights is gonna be some punk. So you're gonna see him fight Charlos, you're gonna see him fight Benavidez, you're gonna see him fight every new guy who they say is the next great thing or the next great champ. And if he keeps on clipping these guys, I mean, how are you not gonna give it to him? Like his resume is crazy at this point already, man. All the shit he's doing is crazy. If he goes to 175 and takes that shit out, like there's so much shit he can do. It's insane, man. And he's only 31, man. His resume is insane, guys. Like literally, I think he has the chance to be the greatest of all time easily. Right now, he's already the greatest Mexican boxer of all time. I'll say that right now. I don't care. I love Chavez too, guys. I love Chavez Senior, but I think he's the greatest Mexican boxer of all time already. I think Canelo already passed him, guys. It's what it is. Anybody in the chat, tell me if you disagree. If you think Chavez Senior still number 1? I mean, he can be number 1 in the heart, but in pure accomplishments, I think Canelo got some, man. Moving weight classes, fighting every top-notch competition, every top-notch guy. Taking the 168-pound division, what he's doing, no one's ever done it. No one's ever gone bout by bout and destroying faces and arms, body parts. None of these 168-pounders thought that history have done this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? None of them. I mean, Andre Ward, he did his thing, but keep it real, he wasn't destroying the opposition like this, man. This is crazy. This is some shit that I don't even think people are even absorbing, man. Yeah, Canelo's number 1, like Sergio's saying, and Canelo, yeah, the Don's right too, bro. Like I think we're underestimating the whole thing. They kind of belittle him now. It's kind of like belittling by just saying fucking crazy, bro. And the way he did it, the Don, the way he did it, he didn't get it like off of just like fighting one guy and taking 3 bouts. He basically went on a demolition tour where he went and knocked on each guy's house, took the bout. Bro, it's 2 weeks away, and I'm excited for it, bro. It's one of the most exciting fights, and it's like I said, it's a parade, bro. It's gonna be a parade. It's a parade. It's almost like a celebration. That's how that I'm confident in that win, man. I think he's at peak performance, man. The worst mistake anybody could have done, any of these 168-pounders waited for to be the last guy, because this is the peak. This is gonna be the peak Canelo that you've seen throughout life. He started peaking. Callum Smith, he did something. No, actually, the peak started with Danny Jacobs, right? He came out, he did his thing, he boxed. Then he came in. Even Kovalev, right? Kovalev, he was doing patience, knocked him out. Then when he did Callum Smith, he started catching a hold of the 168, and you saw his method. The destructive force started coming out. He broke the guy's arm. Then Yildirim, he did the guy dirty, which a lot of guys couldn't do him that dirty, man. Let's keep it real. You think Earl Spence would be able to do Yildirim dirty like that? No. You think Castano would probably? I don't know. Maybe Castano would if he got some weight, but who knows, right? Any of the Charlos could do Yildirim dirty. I'm just saying this to say, like, we should actually be impressed when he did the Yildirim. Yildirim, he's not the greatest fighter, but to knock a guy out like that, to fucking destroy him, is not fucking easy, man. I mean, we see guys go to life and death with a lot of guys that they're supposed to get out, man. At that weight class, it's not easy, man, to just get a guy out the ring. And then after that, obviously Billy Joe, right? Billy Joe Saunders. The man was hard. The man was a hard style to fight. He's a southpaw. We didn't take that in consideration, right? And Canelo made it look easy towards the end. So it's just wild. It's wild that he's underestimated, and it's wild that we don't look at this demolition tour, is what I call, as one of the greatest things of all time. And 168, the weight class itself, is something that throughout history no one's been able to dominate like this, right? Or no one's ever tried to dominate it, or they couldn't put things together, supposedly, right? But it took Canelo to come over here and put things together and finish off the job, man. So when he does, it's going to be a celebration. Now, the haters are going to be out probably, right, when Canelo does this, right? There's always the next guy for Canelo. You notice you don't see that with other guys, right? With other guys, they win, and it's the coronation, right? Usyk won, no one says anything. Usyk won, no one says anything, guys. Usyk won, and it's almost like he could go on vacation for a year, and no one's going to say anything, right? Tyson Fury beats Wilder. Same thing. You can go on a vacation for a year, they say, right? Canelo wins. He needs to beat someone else. Canelo wins. He needs to beat this guy. Nah, he's no good. He needs to beat this guy. Literally, Canelo's the only guy that after a win, people are saying he has to go fight another guy in 2 months all the time, bro. You never hear no resting or any of that shit with Canelo, man. It's always the hate. It's always there's someone else that's out there to beat you. It's always all this type of shit, right? And again, like I said, in modern era, has there been a fighter who's in his prime who fights this often? No, there hasn't. It's crazy. I mean, we can say Oscar was pretty damn active, right? We could say he was pretty damn active. Yeah, facts to Ricardo Martinez for being in here, man, for reals. But like I said, man, it seems like it's never gonna stop, bro. Like literally, it's gonna take. You know what's crazy? I'm gonna tell you guys. I'm gonna foresee history here, guys. You guys tell me what you think about this one. Yeah, like the Don saying, bro. Like the Don saying. That's why I'm bringing this whole subject up, right? Shakur wins one fight against a 2-loss fighter, and he's the pound for pound guy, right? That's why I brought up Navarrete. That's why I brought up these other guys. That's why I'm even bringing up Canelo, right? Canelo gets thrown off the pound for pound list real quick, guys. Canelo has to do a demolition tour, and he barely gets on the pound for pound list. We Escape Cycling is in the building. We Escape Cycling is in the building. Salute to We Escape Cycling, who is in the building, guys. It's been a long time since I've been following boxing. It's been a lot of years. I can't even count them. We Escape Cycling. But salute to you for coming in, man. We Escape Cycling. That's a great name, guys. That's a great name. We Escape Cycling, bro. So like I was saying, Shakur Stevenson wins one fight. All of a sudden, it's pound for pound, right? Navarrete has 9 title defenses. He's never on the pound for pound list. Inoue fights once a fucking year. He's on the pound for pound list. You know what I'm saying? Gallo Estrada, I like him. I like Gallo Estrada, but would I rather have Navarrete up there? Probably. You know what I'm saying? But he should be up there. Gallo Estrada should be up in the ESPN's pound for pound list. I mean, shit, he did what he did to Chocolatito, right? But we just gotta respect that. I mean, Jaime Mungia is a monster, like I said, and it's all like we must have forgot or something. We must have forgot that he's a monster. And this only happens. This only happens with guys who I guess are foreigners, I would say, right? American fighters get a pass, guys, for real. So American fighters get a pass. Let's keep it real. American fighters are hipster fighters. I consider Inoue the hipster fighter, right? Hipsters love Inoue, right? Inoue can fight like once every 2 years, and he's always going to be on the pound for pound list. But I like Inoue. I like Inoue's 1-2. I like Inoue's 1-2. His 1-2 punch is deadly, right? But I'm just saying, right? Canelo himself, like I said, though, he's making history. And again, guys are hating. Go look at the stats. Go look at the shit he's doing. Go look at the weight classes he's jumping. Go look at the manner in which he's taking out guys. Never happened at 168. It's irrefutable evidence. This never happened at 168. The way he's going bout for bout and taking these guys out. There's a reason the belt has never been undisputed at that weight class, right? There's a reason for it. Like I said, though, there's always the next guy for Canelo. Canelo's never resting. But let me say what I was gonna say earlier about Canelo, right? I do see him taking an L. I do see him taking an L in the future, probably when he's older. And finally, when he takes that out, people are gonna all the haters are gonna feel real good, right? Maybe when he's 37, 38, hell, maybe even 35, who knows, right? But I do see Canelo probably taking an L in the future because I don't see Canelo ever trying to stop the fight. He might be one of those fighters. Canelo might end up being one of those fighters because he loves boxing so much that he doesn't know when to quit. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like Roberto Duran, who was still fighting at 37, 38. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like even, I don't want to say Roy Jones because Roy Jones still wants to fight right now, man. That's just crazy, right? But there is some fighters that they love the sport so much that they end up taking L's in later in life, and it kind of like, I can see that happening with Canelo, guys. What do you guys think? Do you guys think he's gonna hang out long? I think he's gonna do that, man. I think he's gonna be one of these guys who just keeps on hanging on and keeps on fighting till the wheels fall off for sure. Till the wheels all the way fall off. Till he's till he's basically getting knocked out by journeyman. Yeah, bro. I see that, bro, for reals. Because the way he likes boxing, bro, you can't replace some of these guys can never replace the feel or the thrill that they get out of boxing, right? It won't be for money because you can obviously see the guy has all kinds of businesses, right? Well, we'll just say, look at this. Mayweather's smart in this case. I could tell he loves boxing. Yeah, nobody is unstoppable, and age will get you. Salute to Puro who's in here.
I'm back.
Yeah, man. Did you hear what I said about Canelo right now?
I did. I just got back inside the garage, man. What you say, brother?
I said that, you know what? I don't see Canelo losing anytime soon, bro. I don't see him losing anytime soon. But I do see Canelo loving boxing so much because you can tell, obviously, the man's freaking rich as hell, but he still enjoys the sport. All he does is train. All he does is train, eat, sleep, play golf, and train, eat, sleep, right? And study and try teaching, right? But I can see Canelo in his latter years started getting beat and him keep on trying to come back because he loves the sport that much. I can't see that happening.
Well, I mean, it's gonna be hard. Because I mean, I don't know. I mean, yeah, because like shit, I don't know, man. I couldn't say yes or no because like it's been more boxers that come back and try to reclaim that lost glory than there hasn't been.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. I think it happens. I have a feeling that's the only time that these Canelo haters are gonna get their throw, bro. They're gonna get their throw when Canelo's already old. 30, I'd say maybe 37, 30. Might happen 35. Who knows? Everybody age is different, right? So if it happens at 35, it happens, right? That's when they're gonna get their throw, and Canelo's gonna keep on coming back. There's few freaking Manny Pacquiao's, bro. There's few Manny Pacquiao's who can do what he did, bro. It's insane. Like Manny Pacquiao was a hell of an anomaly, right? But Canelo, bro, I see him wanting to just fight it, kind of like not similar to Roy Jones because Roy Jones obviously was in different shape and obviously I don't know his training regimen, but I could see him coming back and start getting beat and he doesn't want to submit till finally the ring they just say we shouldn't fight you shouldn't fight no more. You know what I'm saying? Almost like, I mean, Bernard Hopkins went out. I mean, he went out bad on the last one, but I mean, similar like that, but with constant fights. Bernard Hopkins was
like 50. How old was he when he retired?
Bernard Hopkins retired like at around 47 or some shit.
What up, Jay Blues? 47.
I think so, around that age, real old, bro. He retired super.
And this is the thing, like Roy Jones, even though he only retired like like 5-6 years ago. Like he was never going to able to have the longevity like Canelo can have, or a Pacquiao had, or a Bernard Hopkins had, because what made Roy Jones so good was his athleticism. That's why when he started to age and his athleticism started to go down a bit, that's when you started to see him start getting into fights that were a lot closer. Instead of dominating certain fighters, it started getting closer, and that's because his defense was predicated on like literally using his feet and like literally just like getting out the way as fast as you can. He always had his hands down, even towards the end, which is not bad. It's just like literally. Actually, it's why they put him in the select few of I always hear it's like fucking Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Robinson, or Floyd Mayweather. I mean, excuse me, or Roy Jones is like the best boxer ever. You know what I'm saying? And that's because
Hmm.
he had a unique style, and then he had that athleticism. Only he could pull off the style he had. You know what I'm saying? And then Canelo,
Yeah.
Mayweather, Pacquiao, they all have like basic, just basic styles. You know, what I mean, they all have derivatives of like the basic. They're like offshoots of like just basic like the southpaw stance or a conventional stance, but still
Yeah.
they're like literally you can get older, but you can still keep your hands up as long as you're in shape.
Do you think what I said something else too earlier. At a
That's
certain point when you start fighting 3 times a year, like Canelo's saying he's gonna fight he wants to fight 3 times a year for the foreseeable future, right? When
Mhm.
you start fighting like that, bro, the percentages of you losing are obviously gonna increase. If you're fighting every fight, if you're fighting 3 times, someone might get you. And age, if you're fighting 3 times a year and then age starts creeping on you, you're gonna get caught,
Mhm.
right? Huh?
Then
So
check this out, bro. Check this out, though. I'll challenge you on that one. I actually disagree. You know, boxing is a backward sport. You know, like literally, like you do everything backwards. You know, you know boxing, so I won't go into it. But so literally, in my opinion, and then also like books I've read, boxers I've talked to, the more active you are, actually, and depending, like, say in your prime, the more active you are, the less chance you have at losing, actually, bro. And especially if you're a disciplined boxer like Canelo or Floyd Mayweather or whoever that's been like super disciplined in the Andre Ward in boxing, it's like almost damn near impossible for you to be beat because there is no off nights for you. There is no I might get clipped because you're literally like a fighting consistent basis that you don't have those mental lapses. You don't like literally you're a well tuned fighting machine, bro. You get what I'm saying?
but have we ever seen a guy like Canelo at that age start trying to pick it up to 3 fights a year? I don't think we've seen it. I think Floyd wasn't even fighting that many times by this age, right? He was being selective. Like
Floyd picked
the
it up to twice a year, bro. Especially at the sick the last short time contract.
Hmm.
And that's why to me that's kind of because that's when I first started learning about that theory or about that or about that's how it is in boxing because if you remember back in the day like shit man you go to Mike Tyson's podcast and he talks about like the early of his career. He says that like the first year of his career when he first started his career in a month he fought 10 times,
hmm
and that's how it used to be back in the day. Not everybody got to those exorbitant amount of fights, but like literally the average fight, you would always go over 50. That was just the average, you know.
Yup.
Like Chavez, man, I'm motherfucker had 130 some odd fights, bro. Like fucking Henry Armstrong, 250 and shit, and he had a fucking day job,
Yeah, man, that's true. But
you know.
the reason I'm bringing Canelo is because he's doing it he intends to do this shit at an age where he's gonna start aging, bro. It's not like he's doing like Mike. I know Mike was doing it, but he was doing it at a young age where he's still basically getting his energy, that testosterone's going up, and everything's going
Mhm,
up. It's all going up still, right? Everything's still going up at that age, right?
mhm,
After 31, for like a guy like Canelo or for any of these greats, after
mhm.
31, naturally some of the shit's gonna start failing a little bit, right? And for you to start
Um,
a fighter to start
mhm,
increasing the activeness, because
mhm.
I've never seen any other fighter active like this. Like Terrence Crawford is what? How old is he? 33, 34?
Correct.
And he's never gonna be this. He's never gonna be fighting 3 times a year. You know what I'm saying? He
But
might
see,
not even fight 3 times a year.
but this is the thing, bro. It's like that's why he won't be able to do that. Like literally, he I don't know when you're supposed to start fighting because you're supposed to keep like a pattern. You either stay at 2 a year or you stay at 4 a year. You don't want to fluctuate like 1 a year and then 3 a year. At least per what I've read or what I've been told. But like literally,
Mm-hmm.
what should we call it? What's his name? Manny has proved it. Well, Manny's kind of a weird. Oh yeah, I'm going to Manny. Manny has proved it. Floyd has proved it. B Hop has definitely proved it, and George
D-Hop.
Foreman proved it. George Foreman proved it. Like literally, as long as you are like focused and like a gym rat, like Floyd is, like Bernard was, like George Foreman was, even though it's like he was just a big dude. And then like Manny was at the end of his career, like literally, you can last as long as your body. It all depends on your body.
I got another one for you.
That's what I've read. That's what I've been told.
I got another one for you, right? We mentioned B Hop. B Hop was a big guy, about 6 foot, right? 6 foot for that weight division. So he was cutting. So he had that weight, right? We mentioned Mayweather. Mayweather was fighting the 150s, right? 150. It would be around 150, right? But we're talking about a guy like Canelo who's about 5'7", 5'8", and is fighting 168. So do you see him drop weight when he's aging? Do you see him dropping back to welter and shit like that?
No, of course not. You can't. Once you get older, that you won't be able to do. And I don't. And I'm assuming this, and I'm just going by what I know about the human anatomy. What's your recovery time is what starts diminishing. So it's kind of like you have a clock, and that's what truly you know how long you will last. And your clock gets bigger the more you're in the gym, the more you eat right. You get what I'm saying? Like Bernard Hopkins was a vegan. This guy's a vegan as well, and like literally he like B Hop just wanted to be a vegan because somebody put him on it. This guy stopped eating meat because of the drug test. I don't know if you knew that.
I believe that.
Yeah, this is true. This is true. He doesn't eat meat anymore just in case he might get popped again, bro. And that's like factual facts. Like we like to say at each Money Channel. Yeah, he doesn't eat meat anymore for that reason. Not to be healthier or anything like that, but literally because that's literally why when his career is all said and done, they'll always have that asterisk by his name, bro. And it's unfortunate. It's bullshit, is what it is.
Yo, what do you think about what the Don just saying? Bro, I mean, he's saying details. The Don saying that JoJo and Devin is gonna fight.
Yeah, I thought it was already official. Coco, thanks for letting us know, man, because I remember somebody saying, "Oh my God, it's off and it's on, it's off and it's on." Like literally, just by the eye test, just by just straight skill, just by the fights that he's had, Devin is an excellent boxer. And I would go as far to say is that he's a better boxer than JoJo. Because he's a pure, and I only say that because like Devin's like literally a pure boxer, and JoJo likes to. He has a lot more. I think he has more wrinkles to his tool bag than Devin. Excuse me, I would say. He could go on. He can fight on the inside. He has. He can do some other things. So pretty much JoJo does something well, and Devin does something well. But the thing is, like, I don't know. I mean, I might be thinking too much into it. But like when Devin was like literally, how they were talking shit, him and Tio, and then like I forgot what Tio said, right? I think Tio said like you're irrelevant or something like that, and then this dude like comes back to him and says, I have more followers than you, and I'm like, and then like literally Tio came back was like, well, I have more belts than you, and I'm like, I don't think I would ever think I would hear a boxer like try to use that as a diss, like I have more followers than you. What do you think about that?
I actually do think I'm actually already on board with all that followership because basically everybody in the media is telling us that this now, like even guys who I thought were hurt boxing fans, they're actually saying it, but they're only saying it when it suits their shit, right? Like, I guarantee you, if Teofimo had more followers, he would have told them that.
Okay, so it's like just a promotional tool, pretty much.
Yeah, it's basically saying I have the upper hand on your ass, meaning I am the fucking A side.
I'm popular, right?
Yeah, I am the A side. They're almost like it's almost like king knighting yourself, Oscar De La Hoya. It's almost like knighting yourself, Oscar De La Hoya, in a sense, right? Where you say, I am the fucking A side. Period. Fuck you. You can say whatever you want, but I'm the A side. Look at they're here to see me, not you.
Yeah, because I gotta remind myself too that I'm like really new to this fucking social media shit. So like a lot of this shit is weird to me still.
I'm not saying it right. I'm saying what I'm saying is this.
Like totally makes sense to me. What you just said, that's why I asked you, because it looks like you even got your own little icon on the side, the What Rep It. It seems like you've been doing this longer than I have. So I figured, okay, if anybody else would know, it would be What Rep It.
I'm gonna hit you with something, right? I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but I'm gonna say this, right? It's all good and well till you're up against Ryan Garcia. Then they start crying like babies.
Right.
Because you can't match the guy. You can't match the guy if they want to play the game. See, so they use it to their advantage until you fucking go up against Ryan Garcia. Then they start clowning and saying, "Oh, he's just a fucking social media star." When you know damn well the guy has a fucking amateur pedigree and he's a fucking boxer.
And he has like a history with Devin Haney in the amateurs.
Exactly, but they diminish the guy. So everybody around, I just love spotting hypocrisy though, and going into it and just rocking to it. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, for sure.
It doesn't matter till it matters, is what I'm saying, right? So now it doesn't matter. Or if Teofimo had more, he'd say. Which again, like I said, I like Teofimo. I think Teofimo would win, right? He's one of the guys I like seeing. But what I'm saying is this: it doesn't matter till it matters. Like when Ryan had all these followers, they were fucking clowning him and saying, "Don't be doing this. You're just a social media star." But then if you was to give the mantle back, and I say, "Well, let me give you all the followers that fucking Ryan has," you'd be fucking throwing it in your face. And by the way, I'll say something else, guys. I never seen Ryan Garcia says, "I have more followers than you. That's why I'm better than you."
Right. and he knows he has the followers, right? That makes sense to me, brother. What rep it? Ricardo Martinez posted something that's very interesting to me. I'm gonna click this shit real quick. It's a meme. It's just a meme. All right, never mind. I'll check it out right now, Ricardo. Thanks, bro.
Hilarious.
I don't know about to talk shit. I want to be like, what's up? I'll be right back. I'm going to go H Money's and talk some shit. I'm going to talk some mad shit.
Yo, Ricardo's hilarious, bro. He told me about this meme. It's freaking hilarious.
I'm still going to look at it, man. I'm still going to look at it. Let me see.
Yeah, but like Chicano Prophet says, he can't. None of these guys can draw realistically, man. Like it's something that they're trying to lead up to, right? But why should we expect them to draw though, Chicano? Like these guys are all young, right?
Yeah, they're barely starting. That's the thing. That's what I tell some of these people on the panel. These motherfuckers are barely starting, and you guys already want them to have like a trilogy and shit. It's gonna be a crappy trilogy. Funny though.
Exactly. And then another thing, it's one of those things like when you want to wear the big boy pants. Like these guys have to wait to wear the big boy pants. They're just starting off, man. They're not gonna be selling out stadiums, but they're out here like acting like, and I don't blame them, right? Like everybody wants to mature faster than they are, right? But let's keep it real. They're not out there selling an exorbitant amount of tickets or all this other shit, right? They got to keep it in perspective, man.
Yeah, and I'll say this: like all the criticism that Floyd gets for how he's moving Tank, I would have to say, in my personal opinion, Tank is popular than them two motherfuckers.
And analytically, he is.
No, like literally, I'm just going by the pulse of the street. You know, in the YouTube community, like he has a buzz, obviously, but on the street, man, like I go to like the dudes that don't know boxing and they know Tank.
Puro, I did this analytically, bro. Analytically. So analytically, guys, I'm just gonna hit you with the facts, guys, and whatever it is, right? Analytically, if we go across YouTube, if we go across Instagram, if we go across Facebook, I'll list you how these guys rank. Number one, if we're just talking about those divisions 135, number one in regards to name and recognition, number one is Ryan Garcia. Okay. Number two is Tank Davis. Okay.
Makes sense.
Number three might hit you guys with a surprise here. Devin Haney. Devin Haney, guys.
Well, no, I'm not a surprise. Didn't he just say I have more followers than you?
It's surprised a lot of people. Number four is Teofimo.
Okay.
That's hard. And I looked this up 2-3 weeks ago. I wanted to see analytically by numbers and all this stuff what they rank. And by the way, Ryan blows all these motherfuckers out the water because this motherfucker has like just on YouTube alone has almost like fucking 1 billion fucking views. On all his fights, like on his fights and his fucking and anything about Ryan Garcia, he has like a fucking 1 billion views, guys. And the next closest is Tank, and he's like at 400. He's like at maybe in the 50s millions or some shit like that, something like that.
For sure.
So it's fucking crazy, bro. Like literally, Ryan's blowing all these motherfuckers out the water. That's why when I saw like this whole thing, when people are trying to make the whole social media thing, and basically thinking about this, they knighted Jake Paul for just being a social media star. Well, Jake Paul is Ryan Garcia. If you just look at them, they both do the same thing, but actually Ryan Garcia is a fucking boxer.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. It's crazy if you just look at it in a non-biased perspective like that. If they really wanted to put like who's the A side and all that shit, it'd be fucking crazy, guys. But like I said, I rank him by like accomplishments. I think Teofimo is number one right now.
Oh yeah, no, hands down. I mean, I don't think there's a question. You know, And then me personally, skill wise, especially on potential. And then I'm a bit of a Ryan fanboy because of how he taught himself out to box and shit before before like they actually found out he was talented and shit. Like Ryan, man, Ryan got to me. Watch, man, watch. I already know him, man. I predicted this shit before in boxing, previously before YouTube existed. I'm telling you, Ryan and Tank are going to be the most decorated boxers out of that whole lot. You're going to see.
Yeah, that's great. That's a crazy prediction, bro. I would
It is a
never,
good one, though.
yeah, I would have never said this, right? This will surprise me, right? I'm just waiting to see what happens, but I'm not gonna lie, I was surprised that Teofimo came out of nowhere in a sense.
And
But
he
then
did it, man.
again,
He was like a fighter, bro. It's just like literally, like what he did is rare. So people
yup.
think, especially like a lot of these people are young, especially in YouTube. We're getting new fans into the sport. Some people think this is probably normal, that this happens all the time. You get what I'm saying? And they speak about it without knowing.
Well, I'll say something controversial right now, guys. If you guys want to
What's
hear
up, brother?
controversy,
Yeah,
I'll say it.
Speak it.
If Brian Garcia was on Top Rank, he'd be the champion right now.
If Ryan Garcia was on top, right? Yeah. No,
They would have drove Ryan Garcia to the championship before anybody else. He would have been he would have held the 135-pound championship right now if Ryan Garcia would have been on Top Rank, guys. I'm telling you this shit right now. This Top Rank matchmakers get their guys the championship real quick. I cataloged it right. 16 fights. Shakur about 16 fights. He was already in championship fights. Teofimo 15 fights in championship fights. Vasily Lomachenko 3 fights. Josh Taylor 16 fights. Top Rank knows what they're doing when they get a guy and they know how to push him. They know how to get him in position to be a champion real quick. I'll say that, right? So it also helps.
Controversial at all. Go ahead. Go ahead, Revit. Go ahead. Sorry.
It also helps if you sign with the right people. Like Golden Boy right now, if you think about it, they're not really getting guys into championship status. And the guy who did it was Canelo, right? He was getting himself there. Look at Virgil, man. Virgil's a fucking phenom, but why is he fighting for championships? I mean, that's fucking Golden Boys.
But me personally, I think they're moving Virgil really well.
Yeah.
I think he's right on track, bro. I think he's right on track, actually. I think he's right on track.
I think he is too.
Check this out, bro. At one point, literally, I don't think this is a controversial statement. Canelo Alvarez and Ryan Garcia are the most popular boxers in the world, bro. And at one point, Oscar had them both.
Exactly. And matter of fact, throw on some other shit. He even had Deontay Wilder. I don't even think he.
I totally forgot about that shit, bro. Yeah, he had them all, bro. Like he literally fucked his fucking company up, bro. That's what he did, man. He's probably just fucking bitter and shit, taking it out on Ryan and Canelo.
Let's keep it real though. They did him dirty. A lot of guys backstabbed him. A lot of guys did him dirty. What? Because he's obviously not.
But I just assumed he fucked it up, you know?
Yeah, he's not in his full. A lot of the guys that went to PBC were basically stolen from him, and he just gave it up. He just said, "Fuck it, we're here."
But Canelo on that interview, didn't he say that like Richard Schaefer was like really the only one that ran that company, and didn't Richard Schaefer take everybody to PBC?
He took him, bro. That's the point, right? So he said, "What happened?"
But for Canelo, like he was fucking up. You know, Richard was like, "Fuck it, man. You know, I'm taking him."
Yup, and Canelo's the only one that stayed, right? So it tells you. Point is, it also goes to tell you that Oscar for real.
I get what you're saying. Go ahead.
Oscar wasn't all there, bro. Obviously, right? If he was concentrating on business realistically or looking out for things, he probably wouldn't have gotten robbed like that or taken advantage of. But the guy obviously struggles with a lot of personal demons and shit, right?
Yeah. Rep it, bro. Like this fool was like in public doing a Bob Arum, dog. He was literally fucking calling Ryan a liar, bro, about the Manny situation.
You remember that shit?
When Manny's managers and fucking his team came out and said, yes, we contacted Ryan Garcia about a fight. Yeah. Like literally, it's all there's receipts, bro. It's all over the internet. But he's talking shit. He's just not. He doesn't have the mentality to be a fucking whoopie whoop this that, and the other, bro. Like literally, I didn't catch it right away. But as soon as I started, as soon as because the Canelo situation came out of nowhere, and he took him to court. But then by sheer happenstance, I ran into a video where he's Ryan and his dad are at their lawyer's office, and they're complaining about how Oscar's fucking him in the contract.
Yep, I saw that one.
And that's why, and you know what's funny, bro? Like when I first started going on the panels, and I'm like, I like Ryan Garcia. Like You know, me personally, I don't want to write the young man off, but I think it's something that seems fishy to me. You know, because like literally he goes from fighting 3 times a year to like no times a year or 1 time a year because he fought this year. But then you know like I ran into that fucking to the video and this that the other. And then I remember I went on the H Money channel and I gave him my theory. Then next thing you know, maybe like 2 weeks later, bro, like all the channels I usually fuck with, they're all coming out with their own version of my story. I'm not saying that the story came from me, but literally I just thought it was a coincidence. Too much of a coincidence.
Yo, salute to Sergeant. Sergeant's in the building. Sergeant's in the building. But you're right, bro. That whole era, bro. Like, and do you see the wave has turned on Ryan? Where like literally, I haven't seen one YouTube. I've never seen one YouTube title say Ryan Garcia is actually a good fighter.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean?
Like literally, you will not see. Like you will see guys caping for this guy, caping for that guy, all kinds of fucking fake capes all over the place, right? But you will literally never. I've never seen one title of anybody just be like Ryan Garcia is a real good boxer.
Oh no. I've never seen a video of like really maybe that they like kind of add them in there. They usually kind of write them off. On Twitter, they fucking massacre the motherfucker. On YouTube, he's just like an afterthought. Oh yeah, Ryan, he's just a fucking model. He's not. And then they go fucking either cook on one fighter and then they praise another. You know what I'm saying? I totally see what you're saying.
Yo, this just giving me ideas, guys. Don't be surprised if all of a sudden you see fucking Ryan Garcia is the greatest of all time videos from What Rep It, just a fucking tip of a torch in this whole fucking YouTube fucking boxing community. Just to cook because it's so hilarious now that I'm thinking of it. It's so hilarious now that I'm thinking of it that literally I see guys caping for the weirdest motherfuckers. Like literally guys like I said, Tank Davis who are older, right? Like any of these guys that haven't really done much in the sport. I mean, it's weird, bro. It's just to me, it's just weird. The guy's, I mean, he has enough talent. He has knockout power. I mean, what else do we want here, right?
The speed, bro. The speed is his biggest asset, bro. And he's got long arms.
By the way, guys, before the Don used to have a channel, guys, and I saw the Don. He actually did a video. Props to the Don. He was the first one. The Don did a video of Ryan Garcia, and he did a whole breakdown on his abilities. And the Don's not biased though, because the Don is a Devon guy, but I've seen him did a whole 135 breakdown. So salute to the Don, and screw you YouTube for screwing up the Don's other channel, which was rocking, guys. So the Don knows what he's doing. He had the whole 135 division. This was like about, when did you do that video, the Don? You had that video down for like 2 years ago, right? But in any case, YouTube did the Don dirty, guys, and he had to get this new handle and shit. But he knows 135.
That sucks. Yeah, because before it was Coco, no?
Yeah, it was Coco the Don, but he's still Coco.
Yeah, you know, I no, for sure. Yeah, but yeah, you're right. Yeah, he did change his name.
Chicano probably saying, might as well. They do it for fighters who haven't done shit. Yeah, it's just hilarious. I'm obviously kidding, right? I'm obviously kidding, right? But if Ryan does send me, I'm gonna call it out, right? But yeah, it was 2 years ago, bro. It was 2 years ago. But bro, I'm just
go ahead.
I'm just basically saying something that's very odd, right? Like that fucking like guys are just like very, I don't know what it is. It's weird. They're just like off of the whole Ryan thing, or they're very turned off by the thing. I don't understand it. If he does something good, just report it. If he doesn't, don't be out here crying like a baby. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand that, bro.
Yeah, well, I mean, like literally, like Oscar got the same amount of kind of like not hate, but he got a lot of like what's the word I'm trying to use? Fuck it, I don't know how to say it in English. Lo vacilaban, when he was younger because he had those boyish like model looks, you know. Yeah. And they were like, "Oh, he's not a boxer; he's a model." I remember they used to say that all the time. I remember I used to say that, because I hated Oscar for the longest because he beat Chavez and shit, But so it's kind of the same thing, It's just they probably see him and it's like, "Who the fuck is this pretty boy?"
Yo, the Vargas fight, bro. The Vargas fight. People were saying that right up to the Vargas fight, right?
No, dude, I was saying it, bro, because I love Fernando Vargas. I love Fernando Vargas to this day and shit. So I remember when he got knocked out by De La Hoya, man, I'm like, motherfucker. So I was like, what the hell is happening? Nobody talk to me. I'm gonna punch your lights out. But no, it's boxing, bro. That's those type of fights you learn. That everybody.
Bro, did you happen when Oscar was doing them like that? Or did you think like, what the hell am I watching here? Is this fixed? What's going on?
No, this is what it was. I knew Oscar was better. I just didn't want to. I like literally, I was biased.
Yeah.
I did that. Truthfully, now that I think back of it, it's been a long time too. I gotta answer the phone real quick. But literally, I always knew he was better than Fernando. I just wanted to will that win into existence. Give me a second. Let me pick up this phone, brother.
So guys, let me go in on that. Let me go on what he's saying, right? Like when I saw that fight, guys, I really I don't know if I was buying that, but I thought Fernando Vargas was a stronger fighter, and I thought Oscar was gonna have trouble with him. I thought Oscar was gonna bite off more than he could chew, because at that era, Fernando was a freak, right?
It
But
was
when
great. It
Oscar,
was great. Rep it.
yeah,
I'll interrupt you real quick. I'm gonna get off for a little bit. My daughter's up, man. I'm gonna go feed her and shit. But if you're still on, man, I'll jump back on, brother.
no problem, brother, no problem. So,
All right, then, man.
like I was saying, guys, Oscar when he went up against Fernando Vargas, man, I was like, shit, this is like, I don't know, man. I think Fernando's a little too much. He's too big. He's too physical. He's too everything. He's young and shit, right? So when Oscar did him dirty, I think that's when I was like, man, Oscar. I think that's the day I said Oscar is a fucking animal, right? Like, and to this day, we got to give him respect. Oscar was a beast, guys, for real. Oscar was an animal. He was a beast. Uh, he probably could have been the greatest fighter of all time if he wouldn't have had those demons, man. I don't think he was obviously the stories we know now, right? The stories we know now, we can tell, we can say that he wasn't on his nutrition. He wasn't taking shit seriously. He was partying a lot. Obviously, when he stepped in the ring, it was something else. But realistically, Oscar's story is something of it's crazy, man. He's Chicano Province saying, "Yeah, I let my friends convince me Vargas would win, and Vargas definitely seemed like the tougher dude." Yeah, man. I just never picked it. I just never picked that fight, man. I was just like, I don't know, man. It's just wow. I don't know. I think Oscar's like, I was brainwashed as an Oscar guy, right? So I was like, Oscar's like the shit, right? But I had that doubt that Vargas might get him, man, because he just Vargas was crazy. Like he was like kind of like Mike Tyson in a sense, man. He was young and beating guys that he shouldn't. When he beat Yuri Boy Campas, that wasn't supposed to happen. You know what I'm saying? 147, Oscar was great and was doing good work before the PD era set. Facts, man. I really think I'm gonna say this, right? What Chicano Prophet's saying is, I'll show you guys something real quick. I don't know if Chicano Prophet saw this earlier. Um, but look at this, guys. I know the Don saw this, but look at this. Look at the jawline on look at the jawline on Oscar, right? That's a jawline that clearly has no PEDs. Now look at the jawline on the right side, which is Floyd Mayweather and the traps. You guys can you guys can say what happened after this fight. Obviously, Floyd quit for 2 years for some reason, right? Probably didn't want to get tested, but you guys can look at his traps, look at Floyd's face, look at his jawline. That has never been like that ever since, no more, right? And you can see Oscar looks very skinny, right? He's even skinnier than his face is even less defined than it is now when he's on some TRT. So that says it all. Like Chicano Bravo was saying is right. Um, Oscar ran into a myriad of guys who were on PEDs, man. He ran into a myriad of guys. Think about this. I think even Fernando popped. I had Oscar winning, but it's what it is. The volume punching to me. The volume punching, I don't care if it was landing on the arms or whatever. The volume punching was. See you on the God bless, Sergio, God bless. The volume punching, bro, was something to be said, man. The volume punching of Oscar was something to be said in that fight. I give him credit because it's not hard to land. If you're landing on the arms, count it. You know what I'm saying? Fernando, like Chicano Prophet saying, Fernando and Mosley were on some shit, man. The guys he was losing to were on some shit. The guy he beat was on some shit. Ike Corte to me was on some shit. You know what I'm saying? All those guys, even Mayorga was on some shit, in my opinion. But he was beating some of these guys cleanly. Cleanly, obviously, he was dealing with demons in his personal life. Obviously, taking certain substances and shit like that. But man, for reals, man, for all the grief we have, Oscar De La Hoya, man, the guy's a beast. The guy's a legend. He obviously has certain character issues where he throws people under the bus, especially his fighters and shit. But obviously, life character issues in life. But it's what it is, man. Oscar for his fighting. He should be respected. And matter of fact, Oscar is the last real boxing superstar that went across all planes, right? He went across Latino market. He went across the world market, the British market. He went everywhere, right? And he could communicate on all places, right? Floyd's a star, yeah, but he's an English guy who communicates in an English setting. But Canelo now and Oscar then, Oscar was the first, and until Canelo now speaking English, was the first to ever communicate in both markets, both of the biggest fighting markets, which is the English market, which is Britain and the USA, and also all of Latin America from Mexico down to Patagonia and Argentina, obviously in Spain and Cuba and the Caribbean, right? So Oscar was the first to do that, and the guy who's doing it now is Canelo. Now that he spoke English, he has the ability to do what Oscar did. So it's an anomaly, right? Imagine if Mike Tyson was able to speak Spanish. If he could speak Spanish and English, how much of even a bigger star would it be? It'd be insane, guys. So that's what Oscar did. He had the ability to go into different cultures, and that's why he is like he is. He's a mega star, right? Same thing with Canelo. That magical word of speaking English made him into what he is, a mega star, man. It's insane. So now Canelo's taking over the mantle as the biggest thing, and I think he's even going to he's surpassing Mayweather in regards to stardom. I think it's gonna do 1 million. I think it's gonna do 1 million, Chicano Pro. I think it's gonna do 1 million, brother. I think that's gonna shock a lot of people too. It's gonna shock a lot of people because the only one carrying the card is Canelo, bro. The undercard is horrible. There's literally no guys on those undercards that is worth watching, right? So it's basically just Canelo carrying the whole thing with the guy Plant, who no one even knew about before this fight. And I'm saying 1 million. It's gonna be 1 million, guys. And another thing, PVC. I don't even think they want to have that much. I think they wanted to lowball, so the next negotiations with Canelo, they don't have to pay him. They can just pay him. They could say, "Look, you didn't do this big, so we're going to pay you less." So they want the low number. But if the number comes in high, they're going to have to pay Canelo a shitload of money on the next one. It's just going to go wild because literally, Caleb Plant isn't shit, right? He isn't somebody that we all know, right? Like David Benavidez. Imagine how much they're gonna have to pay for David Benavidez versus Canelo if this shit makes 1 million. If this hits 1 million buys, look at Floyd Mayweather never did a big buys with a nobody. Floyd Mayweather always had a partner in crime. Canelo's the first guy going into a pay-per-view without a partner in crime, without a guy who's a no name. I'm talking about first big megastar who's putting it all on the line like this, right? Mayweather always had a star. Even think about this. Oscar De La Hoya, every pay-per-view he had an antagonist, and the antagonist is pretty well known. So this is the first superstar that's going into a pay-per-view and carrying it with nothing on the undercard and with the fighter who no one knew nothing about previously. This is an anomaly, right? This is something that's new, man. So if Canelo does do that million, I'm saying that's like doing 5 million, because this shit is insane. Like literally, like I just listed a whole myriad of things that don't make sense, right? Doesn't make sense. A pay-per-view should always have a guy who's an antagonist and a protagonist, right? I mean, it set it up at the press conference that way. But then again, you look at the undercard is just total trash. Like no one even knows these guys, right? I know Ray Vargas, but a lot of guys don't know Ray Vargas, right? Most people don't know Ray Vargas. So it's just gonna be crazy when he does 1 million. What do you think? How many you think he does? I'm thinking around 1 million too. The old school, yeah, that's what's gonna carry it. The guys who remember, the guys who bought pay-per-views, the guys who were out of pay-per-view business, who were out of buying pay-per-views due to none of the big megastar Latino people being in fights, they're gonna come back for one last hurrah or whatever, right? They're gonna come back and show out, man, for sure. I really believe that what Chicano Prophet said is 100% right there, man. It's the whole event, bro. It's the whole event, Chicano Prophet. And again, I can't say enough, right? I've never seen this in the history of like mega stars, right? I don't even think Tyson has carried a card like this in regards to this, with this shitty ass undercard like this, and the opponent was unknown, right? And let's keep it real. Caleb Plant was unknown, man. Like I said, David Benavidez was more known. Even Billy Joe Saunders was more known than this guy, right? Yes, he's a U.S. guy, but you know how it is. The U.S. and the American market and the white American market doesn't even follow boxing at this point, right? So it's not like they took Caleb Plant under the wing, man. But in any case, I think I'm gonna end the stream right now, guys. I think I've gone hot for like 208, 202 hours and 8 minutes, man. I've been going hard on this shit. The Canelo. Oh, and salute to Ricardo for the Ghost Rider. For the Ghost Rider, guys. Check it out. Check out that Ghost Rider. That Ghost Rider. It's in the link right here. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see. Can't find it because Canelo is a nice familiar name, also a throwback, but he's still dominant. The word Canelo. Yeah, he is carrying the whole sport. He is carrying Ricardo for real. He's carrying the whole sport, bro. There it is, bro. Hey guys, click on this link real quick. This shit's hilarious. I'm about to end this stream. Yeah, thank you, brother. Thank you. Ricardo has an excellent sense of humor, man. So hey, yeah, later the Sergeant, later to Poodle, later to LT, later Chicano Prophet came through, Sergio came through, guys. The Don always coming through. Everybody who came through, guys. Salute to you all. Sergio, J Blues, everybody, guys. I'm out. Also, guys, like I said, check out that link of Ricardo and subscribe to Ricardo. You guys will love him. He got some shit on Caleb Plant, guys. So salute to everybody who came through on the next one, guys. Later on, guys. What rep it's out.